Chapter 234. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was in a good mood. Based on the ranking given by the system, he was obviously stronger than the Fox Monarch. Therefore, Wang Mang did not bother to argue with the Fox Monarch. After all, he was a man. Why should he argue with a female fox? Furthermore, he was a magnanimous existence to begin with. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. He looked at the Fox Monarch in disdain and was about to leave. At this moment, Wang Mang, who was about to leave, suddenly thought of something and immediately turned to the Fox Monarch. "All right, I saved your life. You have to promise to compensate me with some Demon Emperor-level heavenly treasures." Hearing this, the Fox Monarch was speechless again. "No, I also ate the only Demon Emperor-level natural treasure I had. After that, I successfully transcended the tribulation and became a Demon Emperor. Even if there were, Ben Huang would not give it to you. Stop dreaming." Hearing the Fox Monarch's words, Wang Mang was upset. He felt that the Fox Monarch was a little arrogant. He did not have any awareness of losing the battle at all. Did he not know who was the winner of the battle? Especially when he heard the Fox Monarch was not willing to compensate him with Demon Royal level treasures. Wang Mang was even more furious. Ben Huang will remember you. If I knew this, Ben Huang would not have saved you." After saying this, Wang Mang left in anger. After all, this was the first time he had suffered such a big loss. Damn it. He saved the Fox Monarch out of kindness, but did not get any benefits. Fortunately, the mission was successfully completed. Moreover, his strength was also proven. With his current strength, he was definitely able to defeat that dog Lu Xiao. With this thought in mind, Wang Mang's mood improved greatly. However, at this moment, the system's voice suddenly sounded in Wang Mang's mind. Ding! Detected the host's current condition. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. The host's current strength has increased greatly. Develop wretchedly and do not seek revenge from the Tiger Emperor. Mission time. Complete the mission and you will get it. Quest reward: 100 million evolution points. Advanced blind box X1. Mission 2. Host strength has increased greatly. To disgust the Tiger Emperor, let's go and vent our anger on him. Mission time. Complete the mission and you will get it. Mission reward: 1 billion evolution points. Best quality blind box X1. Third mission. Host strength has increased greatly. Take revenge and kill the Tiger Emperor, regardless of life or death. Mission time. Complete the mission and you will get it. Mission reward: free evolution opportunity X1. Best quality blind box X2. After listening to the system's mission, Wang Mang was stunned once again. The system wanted him to continue killing demon emperors. However, the problem was that Wang Mang was well aware of his own strength. With his strength, he could at most bully a new demon emperor like the Fox Emperor. However, if he wanted to bully a demon emperor like the Tiger Emperor, whose cultivation was 1,000 years apart, then Wang Mang simply did not have the slightest bit of confidence. Wang Mang still remembered the Tiger Emperor's cultivation. The Tiger Emperor's cultivation had already reached the level of 7,000 years of cultivation. Damn it! Wang Mang even suspected that the system was sending him to his death. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was very speechless. However, if he wanted to fight again, Wang Mang felt that it was not a big problem. After all, although he could not defeat the Tiger Emperor, now that his strength had increased greatly, protecting his life was not a problem. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was at a loss. He wanted to kill the Tiger Emperor, but the Tiger Emperor's strength was too strong. It was completely impossible for him to kill the Tiger Emperor. However, if he wanted to find trouble with the Tiger Emperor, he could still do it. After all, his strength was enough to protect himself. After thinking of this, Wang Mang hesitated for a moment and chose the second mission. This was because he only needed to find trouble with the Tiger Emperor, and he would be able to obtain 1 billion evolution points. At that time, Wang Mang would be able to evolve again. Therefore, Wang Mang could not resist the temptation in the end. He made his choice in his heart. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose the second mission. The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced. The host has successfully chosen the mission. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang sighed and then began his journey. He did not expect that he would take the initiative to provoke the Tiger Emperor so soon. Not long ago, he was chased by the Tiger Emperor to the point that he had nowhere to go. Although, with his current strength, he could not defeat the Tiger Emperor. He could still annoy the Tiger Emperor. Thinking of this, Wang Mang set off with high fighting spirit again. 5 days later, Wang Mang had already arrived at the 4 provinces of Chuan, near the Kunlun Mountains. However, after arriving here, Wang Mang did not provoke the Tiger Emperor immediately, because Wang Mang had never thought of fighting the Tiger Emperor head-on. Therefore, he caught 2 small demons and let them collect some feces. Obviously, Wang Mang was prepared to go directly to the Tiger Emperor's cave to splash feces. At this moment, 2 monkey great demons walked over, carrying 2 bags of feces of various sizes. Before these 2 monkey demons even got close, Wang Mang was already extremely disgusted. He held back his disgust and roared, F***CK? The smell is so strong. Hearing this, the 2 demons covered their noses and said aggrievedly, Demon Emperor, didn't you ask us to prepare more feces? But there is no large area of feces. So the small demons prepared some feces from various animals and gathered them together. The smell is naturally stronger. Hearing this, Wang Mang was speechless. He could only say helplessly, Later, you guys carry the feces. Follow Ben Wang. When this emperor tells you to throw away feces, throw them away. After hearing Wang Mang's words, the 2 monkey demons quickly nodded like chicks pecking rice. Then, the 2 monkey demons followed Wang Mang to the vicinity of the Tiger Emperor's cave. Moreover, as Wang Mang had suppressed his demonic aura to an extremely low level, the Tiger Emperor was not alarmed. Do you see that cave in front? Later, approach it carefully. Throw these bags of feces into the cave and run. At this moment, Wang Mang, who had transformed into his original 6-meter size, instructed the 2 monkey demons in a bush. Hearing this, the 2 monkey demons begged in fear, Demon Emperor, please spare us. If the little demons really throw this feces into the Tiger Emperor's cave abode, wouldn't the Tiger Emperor skin the little demons alive? Hearing this, Wang Mang threatened fiercely, If you don't go, Ben Huang will destroy your monkey demon clan. Chapter 235. Faced with Wang Mang's vicious threat, the 2 monkey demons were so scared that they started to tremble. Helpless, they finally gave in completely. They could only carry the bags of feces in despair and walk toward the Tiger Emperor's cave. Seeing that the 2 monkey demons were already close to the cave, Wang Mang couldn't help but get excited. He nodded slightly and said, Throw them in. Wang Mang had just given the order. The 2 monkey demons had no choice but to throw the bags of stinky feces into the cave. After throwing it out, the 2 monkey demons were so scared that they immediately ran away. The next moment, in the cave, the Tiger Emperor's furious roar could be heard. Damn it! Who is it? Who dares to throw filthy things into Ben Wang's cave? Then, Wang Mang saw the furious Tiger Emperor rush out from the depths of the cave. But when he saw the Tiger Emperor, Wang Mang almost couldn't help but laugh out loud. This was especially the case when they saw the stinky feces on the Tiger Emperor's body. Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. Aha! Tiger Emperor, are you satisfied with the gift Ben Huang prepared for you? After hearing Wang Mang's words, the Tiger Emperor, who was in the midst of a violent rage, immediately calmed down. The Tiger Emperor immediately saw Wang Mang and was even more surprised. He didn't expect Wang Mang to actually come back. According to his guess, Wang Mang definitely wouldn't dare to come back. Moreover, even if he came back, he wouldn't dare to provoke him. Could it be that the lesson he taught him last time wasn't enough? The furious Tiger Emperor suddenly felt that Wang Mang's aura had become much stronger. Not only that, but he also realized that Wang Mang's aura was no different from a demon emperor's. This made the Tiger Emperor even more astonished. He really wanted to know how Wang Mang's strength had increased. One had to know that Wang Mang had only just reached the level of a great demon king in front of him back then. But now, it had only been such a short time. The little demon king of the past had already grown to become a demon emperor. Thinking up to this point, the Tiger Emperor went crazy with jealousy. At the same time, he also felt the threat from Wang Mang. He knew that he couldn't let Wang Mang continue like this. Or else, he used to look down on ants. In the future, he would definitely pose a huge threat to him. Thinking of this, the Tiger Emperor couldn't help but feel his heart sink. At the same time, the Tiger Emperor said in a menacing tone, "Very well, you've got guts." Back then, he was merely a great Yao King. After escaping from Ben Huang, he actually dared to provoke Ben Huang. Do you really think that you can contend with Ben Huang just because you've increased your strength? How dare you come to Ben Huang's cave and splash feces? You deserve to die 10,000 times. Since you want to die, Ben Huang will do. However, before the Tiger Emperor could finish speaking, the Tiger Emperor then saw a scene that left him flabbergasted. He saw that Wang Mang had already turned around and dug into the ground to escape. Yes, Wang Mang had already escaped. This simply left the Tiger Emperor dumbfounded. He originally thought that Wang Mang was here to seek revenge. However, he didn't expect that before he could even make a move, this guy had already escaped. Was it just to disgust him? Thinking up to this point, the Tiger Emperor became even angrier. At the same time, he was indeed disgusted by Wang Mang's methods. After hesitating for a moment, the Tiger Emperor still chased after him. 2 days later, in an underground area, Wang Mang was still escaping. From time to time, he would turn around and provoke, "Come on, catch up and kill me if you can. If you don't chase after him, you're a grandson." After hearing Wang Mang's provocation, the Tiger Emperor immediately became a little doubtful. He didn't have much confidence in chasing after Wang Mang. Wang Mang's escaping speed was really not slow. Moreover, he had many tricks up his sleeve. In addition, he knew that Wang Mang had friends in the ocean. Therefore, if Wang Mang didn't provoke him, he wouldn't have suspected. However, Wang Mang was full of confidence and provoked him. Sometimes, he would slow down and wait for him. This made the Tiger Emperor a little bewildered. Could it be that this damn shameless guy had already set up an ambush? Thinking up to this point, the Tiger Emperor became even more uneasy. Then he stopped chasing and sneered, "If you really have the ability, then don't run. Do you want Ben Huang to continue chasing you and fall into your trap? Do you really think Ben Huang is a fool?" Hearing this, Wang Mang, who was still running, quickly turned around. When he saw that the Tiger Emperor stopped chasing, he felt a little speechless. F***CK, I don't have any damn ambush. I've probably offended all the land demon emperors. I only know one demon emperor in the ocean. Obviously, Wang Mang also guessed this guy's concern. It was clear at a glance. The Tiger Emperor was very cautious and worried that he would set him up. However, what the Tiger Emperor didn't know was that he was too smart. Wang Mang really did it to annoy him. After seeing that the Tiger Emperor stopped chasing, Wang Mang sneered. "Huh, you call yourself the Tiger Emperor? I think you should be called the Cat Emperor. F***CK. Even a sick cat is braver and has a bigger temper than you. How can you tolerate Ben Huang humiliating you like this?" Hearing Wang Mang's words, the Tiger Emperor didn't care at all. Are you flustered and exasperated? Do you think that Ben Huang didn't see that you've already set up an ambush? You want to lure Ben Huang to your ambush place and then set up Ben Huang, right? Do you think you're worthy of showing off your little tricks in front of Ben Huang? After saying that, the Tiger Emperor sneered proudly and turned around to leave. Seeing this, Wang Mang was stunned. F***CK. The Tiger Emperor's words. It made so much sense, especially after seeing that the Tiger Emperor had already left. Wang Mang was so speechless that he couldn't speak. However, the Tiger Emperor's caution. It also made Wang Mang nod secretly. This guy was so afraid of death. It was normal that he could live until now. Moreover, thinking that he actually scared the Tiger Emperor away, Wang Mang was even more proud. After all, he scolded the Tiger Emperor like this, and the Tiger Emperor tolerated it. This also indirectly proved that there was a problem. The Tiger Emperor also recognized his strength. Or else, the Tiger Emperor knew that Wang Mang was a threat to him. How could this guy give up so easily? Just as Wang Mang was feeling proud, the system's familiar voice sounded. Ding! Congratulations, host. Mission completed. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained a top-grade blind box X1. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 1 billion evolution points. Ding! The accumulation has met the evolution requirements. Begin evolution? No. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but be overjoyed. Oh my god, this mission was too easy to complete. How long had it been? Now he could evolve again. Moreover, Wang Mang had obtained 2 top-grade blind boxes. In addition, he had a designated lucky draw chance and a random lucky draw chance. Therefore, Wang Mang could totally start a breakthrough to the Monster Emperor level. After thinking about this, Wang Mang couldn't help but look forward to it. After that, Wang Mang quickly left the underground. When Wang Mang came to the surface, he didn't know which province he was in. However, this didn't affect Wang Mang's happy mood. He quickly found a cave in the deep mountains nearby and went in. After entering the cave, Wang Mang impatiently chanted in his heart, "That's right. System, use the 20% discount evolution card. Begin evolution." The next moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! The host has successfully used the 20% discount evolution card. Ding! 8 billion evolution points have been deducted. Beginning evolution. Chapter 236. The next moment, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced. Ding! 8 billion evolution points have been successfully deducted. Beginning evolution. After that, Wang Mang once again lost consciousness during evolution. 2 hours later, only then did Wang Mang wake up from his evolution. First of all, he still observed the changes in his body at the first moment. The only thing he could be sure of was that his body length had increased again. Moreover, Wang Mang could vaguely feel that his strength had increased a lot. It seemed that he had reached a certain limit. Of course, the specific changes in strength. Wang Mang still had to look at his personal information data to know. Thinking until here, Wang Mang was in a good mood and silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." Then, personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Limit, Cultivation, 5,900 years. Level, Great Demon King Peak. Body shape, 148 meters long, 5 meters wide, 320,000 kilograms in weight. Combat strength, 320,000 kilograms of bite force, 112 kilometers per hour. Skills, corrosive poison, steel body, super self-healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking. Divine ability, King's slavery, soul control seal, black flames of death, broken body rebirth, mysterious water heavy domain, earth drilling, wings on back. Special, storage space, information detection, 9 Demon King Grade Treasures, 6 Great Demon King Grade Treasures, 1 free chance to upgrade divine powers, 1 designated lottery chance, 1 random lottery chance, 2 supreme grade blind boxes, 1 tracking talisman, iron palm. Shopping mall, activated. Luck, 90, dragon and phoenix among men. Evolution points, 280 million/2. 5 billion. Current ranking, 93rd in the world. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang couldn't help but secretly nod his head in satisfaction. His current strength was very powerful. His volume was infinitely close to 50 meters. His body length was infinitely close to 150 meters. His weight had also reached the level of 320 tons. As for the bite force, it was the same. His cultivation had also reached 5,900 years. He was only 100 years away from the Demon Emperor. His strength ranking had even reached 93rd. Now, Wang Mang had also squeezed his way into the ranks of super experts. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel proud and high-spirited. He decided to break through to the demon royal realm in one go. Wang Mang's current strength had already reached the demon royal level. His cultivation was just one step away from the door. Moreover, Wang Mang had the confidence to break through this door. Don't forget, he still had one more chance at the random draw. There was still one more chance for the lucky draw. And 2 top-grade blind boxes. Damn it. These 4 things came crashing down. It should be enough to let him evolve once, right? Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. Then, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, open the best blind box." The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded again. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the top-grade blind box." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 500 million evolution points." After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. That's right. Not bad at all. To be honest, Wang Mang didn't expect that the best blind box would be as awesome as always. This was 500 million evolution points. Very generous. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was so happy that he couldn't close his mouth. It was as if he had already seen it. The scene of him becoming a demon royal. For a moment, Wang Mang was looking forward to the next prize even more. He hoped that the next prize wouldn't disappoint him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was very happy. The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained a stone fragment stained with the 9-headed ancestor's saliva X1. 9-headed ancestor, an unknown existence beyond the 9th level. Origin. Rumor has it that the beginning of all things in the universe was born in the primordial chaos. At the beginning of the primordial chaos, it lay on the 6 great rivers of space: reincarnation, fate, cause and effect, and time. It feeds on the universe of the heavens, worlds, and universes. It knows the past, present, and future. It is immortal and eternal. Rumor has it that it is everywhere, omnipresent, and omnipotent. It has no natural enemy, no opponent, and no end." Ding! Detected that the host has obtained a stone fragment stained with the 9-headed ancestor's saliva X1. Currently unavailable. Can be exchanged for 1 billion evolution points. Do you want to exchange? After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was completely dumbfounded. He didn't expect the 9-headed ancestor to be so terrifying. Damn it! Just by listening to the system's introduction, Wang Mang knew how powerful such an existence was. It wasn't an existence that he could come into contact with now. Such an existence had probably surpassed any god that he had ever heard of in myths and legends. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was shocked. However, since he couldn't use it, then Wang Mang had no use for it. After all, it was just a small stone fragment stained with someone else's saliva. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, exchange for 1 billion evolution points." The next moment, the system's voice sounded. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Exchange successful." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was in a good mood, looking forward to the next prize. Because the system had only sounded twice. In the end, it gave him 5 billion evolution points. Thus, it was already certain that Wang Mang would become an existence at the level of a demon emperor. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was even happier. A minute later, the system's voice sounded for the 3rd time. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 220 million evolution points." Damn it! After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was stunned for a while. F***CK, 220 million evolution points is too little. However, Wang Mang knew that this best quality blind box could still continue to open the prize. Therefore, Wang Mang waited patiently once again. A minute later, the system's voice sounded for the 4th time. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Red Empire, made in China." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was dumbfounded. He did not expect that the best quality blind box could also open a trash item. This was simply beyond Wang Mang's expectations. Damn it, even China is here, and it's only one. Was he someone who could not afford to smoke China? Moreover, Wang Mang did not like to smoke when he was alive either. Thinking of this, Wang Meng's heart was a little puzzled. However, Wang Meng was not discouraged. Now, he only had 500 million evolution points left before he could evolve again. Even if he closed his eyes and continued to open the prize, he would definitely be able to get 500 million evolution points. Thinking of this, Wang Meng once again looked forward to the next prize. Not long after, the system's voice sounded for the 5th time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained. Chapter 237. Not long after, the system's voice sounded for the 5th time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained a bottle of 1935 light Maodai wine. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Meng was speechless again. Oh my god, it was both cigarettes and alcohol. What was going on? He didn't like cigarettes and alcohol. He was a good boy. He did bad things since he was young, without leaving his name. Just as Wang Meng was puzzled, the system's voice sounded for the 6th time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 300 million evolution points. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Meng was simply bursting with joy. Damn it, a top-grade blind box almost made him evolve. This was something that Wang Meng never thought of. It could be said that this top-grade blind box's harvest. It was simply out of Wang Meng's expectations. Thinking of this, Wang Meng's heart was simply wonderful. He felt that this time, not only could he be promoted to the Demon Emperor level, moreover, he could also use the designated lottery to get a magical ability. Thinking of this, Wang Meng was once again excited in his heart. System, open the top-grade blind box again. The next moment, the system's voice sounded again, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the top-grade blind box. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 500 million evolution points. Ding. The accumulation has met the evolution conditions. Do you wish to begin evolution? No. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Meng was once again bursting with joy. Sure enough, this top-grade blind box was awesome. Damn, one almost made him evolve on the spot. To be honest, Wang Meng didn't dare to imagine that the top-grade blind box had such great power. Cool. Very cool. Thinking of this, Wang Meng continued to look forward to the next prize. A minute later, the system's voice sounded for the 2nd time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 300 million evolution points. Not bad. Wang Meng secretly nodded in satisfaction. Then, he continued to wait for the prize. Another minute later, the system's voice sounded for the 3rd time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 1 use of space moving talisman X1. Note, after use, you can instantly reach any place on Earth thousands of miles away. Hearing this, Wang Meng's eyes lit up. This thing was a good thing. If he encountered a huge problem, he could use it to escape. That would be great. It could be said that this thing was at a critical moment. It was simply used to save his life. Thus, Wang Meng was able to see its importance with a single glance. Not bad, if he had the spatial, shifting talisman. To be honest, Wang Meng really dared to think of a way to kill that dog Lu Xiao. Even if Nanwal deity was near Lu Xiao, as long as Wang Meng seized the opportunity. If he could kill Lu Xiao in an instant, then he could kill Lu Xiao and run. Thinking of this, Wang Meng's strong killing intent became stronger. If this dog Lu Xiao didn't die, Wang Meng's heart would not be at ease. At this time, the system's voice sounded for the 4th time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 200 million evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng secretly nodded. Not bad at all. Now, this top-grade blind box also gave him 1 billion evolution points. Moreover, there were still 2 more prizes, so he shouldn't be disappointed. At this time, the system's voice sounded for the 5th time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. 300 million evolution points. Another 300 million, not bad. Continue. Wang Meng, who was in a good mood, continued to look forward to it. His system gave him a divine ability. At this time, the system's voice sounded for the 6th time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. obtained 200 million evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang felt that it was a bit regretful. F***CK, I didn't get a divine ability. The evolution points are quite good. This top gray blind box also gave him 5 billion evolution points. Even after evolving, Wang Mang would still have a lot of evolution points left. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart felt wonderful. Soon after, Wang Mang joyfully muttered in his heart, "System, begin the evolution." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again, frowny face ding. The host's current template has reached the peak. Please change the template and evolve again. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was immediately stunned. After coming back to his senses, Wang Mang felt relieved. After all, his current template could only evolve to 150 meters. But now, his body length had already reached 148 meters. In other words, he had already used this template to evolve to the limit. After thinking of this, Wang Mang knew that he had to change the template. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was a bit conflicted. This was because he only had 2 lottery chances. One was a random lottery, and the other was a designated lottery. Originally, he was hoping to use a designated lottery to exchange for a powerful divine ability. But now, it seemed that his plan was going to fail. This was because the current Wang Mang needed to change the template to completely reach the demonic emperor level. In this case, Wang Mang could only choose to change the template. Thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, use the designated lottery chance." Designated lottery will lean towards the template type. In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny face ding. "Congratulations, host. Successfully used the designated lottery chance." Then, in Wang Mang's mind, a compass appeared again. But when he saw the compass, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. This was because most of the 9 prizes were templates. The 9 prizes were as follows: frowny face template, 3-headed nether python. Template, 4-winged flaming bull python. Template, giant python of starry sky. Template, 10 Archean ferocious pythons. Template, 9-headed fiendish python. Template, giant frost python. Template, 9-headed hell python. Template, 8-winged flood dragon. Choose any of the above. After looking at the 9 prizes, Wang Mang really couldn't help laughing. Just randomly drawing a template was a sure thing. Thinking of this, Wang Mang even began to struggle. Oh my god, which template is better? To be honest, for a moment, Wang Mang felt somewhat conflicted. He couldn't tell which template was the best for a while. But if he had to be given a prize, Wang Mang still wanted the last one. Directly let him choose the best one at will. In this way, he could also figure out which template to choose. At this time, in Wang Mang's mind, the lucky compass began to turn. At the same time, Wang Mang was also a little excited and nervous. He didn't know what kind of template he would get this time. At the same time, Wang Mang also didn't know which template he wanted the most. Because, judging from the names of these templates, it sounded very awesome. 1 minute later, the spinning speed of the lucky compass slowed down. Then, the system's familiar voice sounded again, frowny face ding. "Congratulations, host. Obtained." Chapter 238. 1 minute later, the speed of the lucky compass slowed down. Then, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny face ding. "Congratulations, host. Obtained 4-winged flaming bull python template." Ding. "Congratulations, host. Obtained template's divine ability, sky flight." Ding. "Congratulations, host. Obtained template's divine ability, magma eruption." Origin. Legend has it that this is a giant python that lives in the magma of the immortal cultivation world. Its entire body is red like flowing magma. Its body length can reach up to 200 meters. Ding. Detected host. Obtain new template. Do you wish to change old template? After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but be overjoyed in his heart. This 4-winged flaming bull python template, just by hearing the name, he knew that it had 2 pairs of wings. If that was the case, then his strength would skyrocket again. Oh, there were still two divine abilities, sky flight, earth flight, and magma eruption. Motherf asterisk Kerr. Just listen to the name. Magma eruption. Motherf asterisk Kerr. In the future, he would be able to directly spit out high-temperature magma. That scene would simply destroy the heavens and the earth. Just thinking about it, Wang Mang could not help but be excited. Thinking about it, Wang Mang could not wait and said, "System, begin to change template." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again, frowny face ding. "Congratulations, host. Successfully changed template. Ding. Do you wish to recycle old template? It could be exchanged for 10 million evolution points." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was speechless. Motherf asterisk Kerr. Only 10 million evolution points? Isn't this too little? However, Wang Mang had no other choice. Thus, Wang Mang could only helplessly nod his head and said, "System, recycle." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again, frowny face ding. "Congratulations, host. Obtained 10 million evolution points. Ding. The accumulation has met the evolution requirements. Do you wish to begin evolution?" Hearing this, Wang Mang's mood was great. He suppressed the excitement in his heart. Damn it, I can finally break through to the Demon Emperor realm. After this evolution, I will be a true Demon Emperor. At that time, he would kill all who stood in his way, be it gods or Buddhas. Oh my God, he had no choice but to be extraordinary. With this thought, Wang Mang became even more excited. He impatiently said in his heart, "System, begin the evolution." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding. 5 billion evolution points deducted. Beginning evolution. Ding. A warm reminder to the host, after this evolution, there will be some changes to the information page. After that, Wang Mang lost consciousness during his evolution. 2 hours later, Wang Mang slowly woke up. But when Wang Mang woke up, when he realized the changes in his body, he nearly jumped in fright. That was because his enormous body was like flowing scarlet lava. The color of his body was exceptionally domineering. It was as if his entire body was made of magma. It was exceptionally bright in the dim cave. Not only that, Wang Mang could discover that his changes were not limited to this. He vaguely felt that there were 2 pairs of flesh wings on his back that could drill out at any time. In addition, the temperature around Wang Mang's enormous body seemed to be able to rise along with his anger. Just the heat that was inadvertently emitted from his body. It was as if one could see a slight distortion in the air. It was as if a layer of hot oil had been poured on it. Damn it, my appearance is too domineering. After looking at himself for a long time, Wang Mang was amazed. He was very satisfied with his current appearance. At this moment, he didn't have time to think. The system's voice sounded in Wang Mang's mind. Ding. Detected that the host has been successfully stripped of the Black Flame Bull Python template. Ding. Stripped of the Black Flame Bull Python's divine ability, Fallen Black Flame. Ding. Detected that the host has the divine ability, Wings on Back. It overlaps with the divine ability of the current template. Stripping. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Successfully stripped of the divine ability, Wings on Back. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Receive compensation from the system. Divine ability lottery chance, X1. Ding. Detected that the host has the divine ability, Earth Drilling. It overlaps with the divine ability of the current template. Stripping. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Successfully stripped of the divine ability, Earth Drilling. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Receive compensation from the system. Divine ability lottery chance, X1. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was stunned at first. Then he was overjoyed. Damn it, not bad, not bad. This time, he had definitely made a profit. His Wings on the Back divine ability conflicted with the divine ability that came with the divine ability of the template. Not only did the Wings on Back divine ability conflict, but even the Earth Drilling also conflicted. Therefore, after the system stripped these 2 divine abilities, it didn't affect Wang Mang at all. Moreover, the system gave him 2 divine ability lottery chances. That was already very impressive. As for the divine ability of the Black Flame Bull Python being stripped, Wang Mang could understand that there was no reward for it. After all, this was the divine ability of the template. Just like the new template that he had now, it also came with 2 divine abilities. Moreover, with these 2 divine ability lottery chances, Wang Mang could completely increase his strength. He was originally worried that he wouldn't have the divine ability. But now, Wang Mang wasn't worried at all. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but be overjoyed. Oh, right. The changes in his body during this evolution. Wang Mang hadn't looked at it carefully yet. After looking at it for a while, the more Wang Mang looked at it, the more satisfied he was with it. Oh my God, this magma skin was too domineering. It had a high temperature, and the ground beneath him was charred black. Of course, as for how strong he had become after this evolution, Wang Mang had to look at his personal information to know. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but be in a good mood. He decided to see how much his strength had improved this time, and then draw a new divine ability. Thinking of this, Wang Mang happily muttered in his heart, "System, open my personal information." The next moment, his personal information appeared in front of him. Host, Wang Mang. Type, 4-winged bull flame python. Status, adult. Cultivation, 6,000 years, demon emperor. Body, 152 meters long, 5 meters wide, 350,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, 350,000 kilograms. Bite force, 115 kilometers per hour. Skills, corrosive poison, steel body, super self-healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking. Divine ability, king's slavery, soul control seal, broken body rebirth, mysterious water domain, heaven flight, earth escape, magma eruption. Special, storage space, information detection, 9 demon king level treasures, 6 great demon king level treasures. 1 free chance to upgrade divine ability, 2 chance to draw divine ability, 1 chance to draw a random lottery, 1 tracking talisman, 1 space shift talisman, 1 iron palm. Shop, activated. Luck, 90, dragon among men. Evolution value, 1 billion / 3 billion current ranking. Global ranking, 90th. Chapter 239. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang secretly nodded his head in satisfaction. Now his strength had increased greatly. First of all, naturally, his cultivation had reached the Demon Emperor level. Now, Wang Mang was already a real Demon Emperor. Other than that, Wang Mang could feel an inexplicable sense of oppression from his body. Although Wang Mang couldn't pinpoint this sense of oppression, it was definitely there. Other than that, his body length had already reached 152 meters. His weight had reached 350 tons. His bite force was also the same. There was also his speed. His current speed had reached 115 kilometers per hour. But this was only Wang Mang's speed on land. Wang Mang's speed in the sea or in the water was extremely fast. Now, Wang Mang even had a pair of 4-winged wings. Then his speed in the sky would probably become even more terrifying. In fact, Wang Mang guessed that his speed this time would definitely surprise him. In addition, the level mode in his personal information had disappeared. After all, after having cultivation, there was an additional level mode. It was indeed a bit superfluous. Therefore, after the evolution system improved this time, Wang Mang was also very satisfied with the increase in his strength. Now, even if he was facing a demon emperor, Wang Mang was not afraid at all. After all, before he became a demon emperor, Wang Mang had defeated a demon emperor. Now, even if Wang Mang was facing a demon emperor like the dog emperor, Wang Mang was not worried. As for the tiger emperor, it was even more impossible to threaten him. Wang Mang might not be able to defeat the other party for the time being. The other party might be stronger than him, but there was definitely a limit to his strength. The Tiger Emperor would definitely not be able to crush his strength like before. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was simply in high spirits. He felt that he could go anywhere in the world now. Of course, other than that. Damn it. Lucio, just you wait. It won't be long before I come back to kill you. At this moment, Wang Mang swore in his heart. Because from Wang Mang's point of view, presently, his strength was completely thrashing Lucio. He could definitely crush Lucio's balls with ease. Back then, when he fought with Lucio, what was his cultivation level? Only 5,000 years of cultivation. But now, Wang Mang was already a demon emperor. With his kind of strength, wouldn't he be able to beat Lucio up? Therefore, Wang Mang was very confident in himself. He could definitely beat Lucio up. He was no longer afraid of the Dog Emperor. Now, there were fewer and fewer enemies. His confidence began to swell. Wang Mang even felt that it wouldn't be long before he could completely dominate the continent, to become the supreme emperor of the demon emperors. Just as Wang Mang was feeling proud of himself, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully complete the mission and become a demon emperor before the calamity arrives. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 1 billion evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained diamond treasure chest X1. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was stunned for a moment. Then, Wang Mang was overjoyed. Only then did he remember that he had a mission to become a demon emperor before the calamity arrived. Now that he had just completed the mission, the system's reward had arrived. Oh my god, not bad, not bad. The system is encouraging me to become stronger crazily. It rewarded me with 1 billion evolution points right away. Such a simple and crude reward. In addition, he was also rewarded with a diamond treasure chest. A diamond treasure chest. The highest that the king had ever opened was a gold treasure chest. Now, it actually gave him a diamond treasure chest. Not bad, not bad. There was hope for the next evolution. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was simply overjoyed. He realized that ever since his strength reached the Demon Emperor level, he had a feeling of wealth coming from all directions, swallowing everything in all directions. In a good mood, Wang Mang was even more confident in killing Lucio. Without saying anything, he would first think of a way to get 2 new divine abilities. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood as he muttered in his heart, "System, begin the divine ability lottery." In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced ding. Congratulations to the host. Successfully used the divine ability lottery. Then, a huge lucky compass appeared in Wang Mang's mind. But when Wang Mang saw the prizes on the compass, he was even more overjoyed. That was because these 9 prizes looked very awesome. The 9 prizes were as follows: frowny face, divine ability, endless changes. Note, after use with a thought in your heart, you can have the ability of endless changes. Divine ability, 1,000 miles of scarlet land. Note, after using this skill, the land within 1,000 miles will be dyed red, and all living beings within 1,000 miles will be exterminated. Divine ability, world of ice and snow. Note, after using this skill, the target will be frozen into an ice sculpture and sealed within it. Divine ability, meteorite summoning technique. Note, after use, you can summon meteorites from the sky. There is no limit to it. It can even destroy a part of the world. Disadvantage. After use, the bigger the meteorite summoned, the more evil creatures you will have to bear. The backlash will be greater. In light cases, you will be seriously injured. In heavy cases, you will die. Divine ability, call the wind and summon the rain. Note, after use, you can control the wind and rain within 1,000 miles. The power can be controlled by the user at will. Divine ability, thunder spell. Note, after use, you can control the power of thunder and lightning. You can condense and release terrifying thunder with destructive power. Disadvantage. After use, once the power exceeds the user's load, you will be seriously injured. In heavy cases, you will die. Divine ability, ominous omen. Note, after use, you will have the power of terrifying plagues, diseases, and evil. Wherever you go, there will be no more living creatures. It will be like purgatory on Earth. Disadvantage. After use, the more creatures you harm, the more evil creatures you will have. You will be easily devoured and hated by heaven and earth. Divine ability, wishful bone spur. Note, after use, you can control and take out your own bone at will. It can be used as a weapon to attack. It has great power and the terrifying power to kill the enemy in one hit. Disadvantage. After use, the target's strength cannot exceed your own by too much. Otherwise, you will not be able to achieve the effect of killing in one hit. You will also be weakened for a long time. Divine ability, apocalyptic dragon breath. Note, after use, you can shoot out a large amount of high-temperature fire pillars that can destroy everything. When a user's strength reaches a certain level, it can even destroy a part of the world. Chapter 240. After looking at the 9 supernatural powers, Wang Mang was extremely excited. These 9 supernatural powers were even more awesome than he had imagined. Although there were drawbacks, they were extremely powerful. Damn it. Just like the meteorite summoning technique that Liu Xiao used not long ago. Even a demon emperor didn't dare to resist it. That was a meteorite that fell from the sky. It was extremely powerful. Moreover, from this explanation, Liu Xiao hadn't gone crazy yet. Naturally, he didn't summon that kind of meteorite that could kill him. But now, the great meteorite summoning technique had appeared. If possible, Wang Mang also wanted to have it. After all, he had personally experienced the power of the meteorite summoning technique. Of course, even if he didn't get the great meteorite summoning technique, he could also get a thunder spell. This thing's power was also limitless. It could even be said that its power was terrifying. As long as his body could withstand the load, he could condense a very terrifying power of thunder. Mastering the power of thunder. Just thinking about it, one would know how crazy, cool, and awesome it was. His entire body was like magma with its own flames. If he could release the power of thunder, it was simply a heaven-defying rhythm, especially when he thought about it. His 2 sharp horns were crazily condensing the power of thunder. Then, the scene of him crazily releasing thunder and lightning across the air. There was no need to mention how excited Wang Mang was. It could be said that Wang Mang also wanted this thing, because he had been thinking about the thunder spell for a long time. As for this world, destroying dragon breath, it was even more abnormal. He could actually increase the power of the spell as his strength increased. It even had the power to destroy a world. This kind of supernatural power was awesome just thinking about it. Of course, although Wang Mang won a lot of supernatural powers, but what kind of supernatural power could he get? Wang Mang himself wasn't sure. Fortunately, among these skills, only the call of the wind and summon the rain was a little weak. The power of the rest of the supernatural powers was very good. For example, 1,000 miles of red land, a world of ice and snow, and an ominous sign. These 3 divine abilities were all large-scale, mass-killing divine abilities. The power wouldn't be weak, just as Wang Mang was looking forward to it. The fortune compass began to spin. At the same time, Wang Mang immediately became nervous and expectant. 1 minute later, only then did the lucky compass slow down. Then, the system's voice sounded. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained Theurgy, Thunderbolt spell. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang almost couldn't hold back his tears. F***, I finally got this thing. Thunder Magic Curse. The thing that he had been thinking about for a long time. After all, he looked too cool when he used this ability. It could be said that it was extremely pretentious, powerful, and useful all at once. That's right. Very good. Finally, things went according to his wishes for once. To tell the truth, Wang Mang couldn't wait to test its power. In the future, if he didn't like anyone, he would use lightning to kill them. Dog Emperor? Electrocute him to death. Tiger Emperor? Electrocute him to death. Liu Xiao? Electrocute him to death. He thought about how he could control lightning and release the power of lightning to kill his enemies instantly. Wang Mang couldn't help but feel proud. He couldn't wait to find a few demon emperors to test his power. Of course, he'd better continue to improve his strength. After all, Wang Mang still had a chance to draw the theurgy lottery. By then, with more strength, he would have more confidence to kill Lu Xiao. At this point, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, use the theurgy lottery again." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully used the theurgy lottery." Then, the compass appeared in Wang Mang's mind again. What made Wang Mang satisfied was that the 9 prizes this time were theurgies. It seemed very good too. The 9 prizes were as follows: Frowny Face Theurgy, Wishful Bone Spur, Theurgy, Earth Fiend 72 Transformations, Theurgy, Tiangang 36 Transformations, Theurgy, Golden Crow Golden Light Escape, Theurgy, 3 Heads 6 Arms, Theurgy, Crow Incarnation, Theurgy Abyss Gaze, Theurgy, 1 Chi into 3 Pure Ones. Powerhouse Summon Card. Note, can summon a random powerhouse, cross-realm projection, attack once. Damn. After looking at these 9 prizes, Wang Mang was very satisfied. Especially the last thing, it sounded a little awesome. Damn it, it could summon a random powerhouse and project across realms once. F*CK. This is 2F*King ridiculous. Even if it was a projection. A powerhouse who could project across realms. Just what kind of existence was this? Of course, although he wanted this thing, Wang Mang knew that it was probably difficult to draw it. Because if he could summon a powerhouse like crazy, there was no need to fight at all. He could just summon it directly. Therefore, Wang Mang had some understanding of the system's character. Some things. He could obtain it, but the probability was too small. But from this, Wang Mang could tell. This system was more terrifying than he had imagined. Furthermore, besides that, what shocked Wang Mang even more was that now even the theurgy of 3 Pure Ones appeared. Damn it, wasn't this the theurgy of the 3 Pure Ones? There were also the Tiangang 36 transformations and the Disha 72 transformations. Wasn't this the theurgy of Zhu Beiji and Sun Wukong? It could also come up with this? The system was awesome. It was simply awesome. At the thought of this, Wang Mang was very excited. Right then, the lucky compass had already begun to spin rapidly. Wang Mang did not think too much about it. He was nervous and looking forward to it. 1 minute later, the lucky compass slowed down. Then, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Congratulations to the host. Obtained Theurgy, Wishful Bone Spur. Note, after using it, it has the power to kill with 1 blow. The prerequisite is that the target strength does not exceed the user's by too much, and the user will be weakened for a period of time. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was somewhat disappointed. He wanted those few heaven-defying theurgies. In the end, as expected, he did not get them. Fortunately, this Wishful Bone Spur was not bad. Otherwise, Wang Mang would really want to cry, but have no tears. Of course, with his current strength, Wang Mang already had the confidence to kill Lu Xiao. If he wanted theurgy, he had theurgy. If he wanted strength, he had strength. If he wanted to escape, he had the means to escape. Wang Mang was really not afraid that the Nanhua Old Immortal would catch him, because it would be difficult for the Nanhua Old Immortal to catch him. Moreover, he still had a space teleportation talisman. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood was very good, and he was in high spirits. At this time, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Face the destined enemy. Grow and become stronger. Choose to ignore. Mission time. Available upon selection. Mission reward. 100 million evolution points. Advanced blind box X1. Mission 2. Face the destined enemy. Grow and become stronger. Teach him a lesson. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 500 million evolution points. Best quality blind box X1. Mission 3. Face the destined enemy. Grow and become stronger. Kill him for revenge. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 1 free evolution opportunity. Break the shackles of fate. Mysterious gift pack X1. Chapter 241. After listening to the mission issued by the system, Wang Mang was very surprised. He was still bragging just now. He didn't expect the system to issue such a mission. However, the difference between the rewards of these 3 missions was a bit big. Wang Mang didn't even consider the first mission. He couldn't allow Lu Xiao to continue growing stronger. After all, Lu Xiao's luck was too high. Who knew what would happen if he was allowed to grow stronger? Therefore, the first mission could be eliminated. Moreover, the reward for the first mission was the least. As for the second mission, the reward was average. Including the best quality blind box, it should be enough for him to evolve once. However, Wang Mang still didn't consider it. Since he was going to make a move, Wang Mang liked to eliminate the source of trouble. After all, Lu Xiao was his destined enemy. Wang Mang didn't dare to relax or underestimate Lu Xiao. When they first met, Wang Mang had already noticed how heaven-defying Lu Xiao was. Now that his strength had skyrocketed, he naturally had to think of a way to kill Lu Xiao. He was afraid that Lu Xiao's strength would increase again. The longer it dragged on, the more disadvantageous it would be for him. It was precisely because of this that Wang Mang's choice was clear. Yes, he had to kill Lu Xiao. Otherwise, Wang Mang wouldn't be able to eat or sleep in peace. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose the third mission." The next moment, the system's cold voice sounded. "Ding! The host has chosen the mission successfully. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to receive the reward." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang could be said to be in high spirits. "Damn it! Lu Xiao, I'm coming. I'm going to smash your head. I don't believe that if I kill you in advance, I'll die in your hands in the future." Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel proud. After that, Wang Mang, who was in a good mood, left the cave. At this moment, outside the cave, the forest was established. The sun and moon were still in the sky. However, Wang Mang's size was a little eye-catching. Fortunately, the changes to Wang Mang's body could still be controlled. For example, his body, which was like flowing red lava, would become normal when he was in a good mood. However, as long as Wang Mang's mood became more and more furious, the magma-like temperature of his body would erupt. Thus, after Wang Mang made some slight adjustments, his body no longer looked so eye-catching. Other than that, Wang Mang had no idea where Lu Xiao was. Hence, Wang Mang could only say in his heart, "System, use the tracking talisman." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. "Ding! The host has successfully used the tracking talisman." "Ding! Please select the target to track." "Destined enemy Lu Xiao," Wang Mang muttered in his heart. In the next moment, Wang Mang could vaguely sense Lu Xiao's exact location and direction. This feeling was very mysterious, as if both parties had signed a marriage contract. This also made Wang Mang click his tongue in wonder. This thing was really advanced. Wang Mang even guessed that this was definitely not something from Earth, because this was more like a method from the immortal cultivation world. After Wang Mang seriously sensed it, he was shocked to find out. Lu Xiao, this bastard, was actually in the direction of Changbai Mountain in Linji Province. F***CK. Why did this bastard go to Changbai Mountain? Although he was puzzled, Wang Mang still had some understanding of Changbai Mountain. Before he died, he had gone there to play with his family. Moreover, the rumor of the water monster in Changbai Mountain had been around for a long time. As for whether there were water monsters, Wang Mang did not know when he was alive. Of course, if someone told him that there were water monsters in Changbai Mountain now, Wang Mang would definitely not be surprised at all. This was because Wang Mang only discovered the existence of demons after he became a giant python. Moreover, demons had been around for a long time. The Red Empire also knew about them. Ordinary people and the older generation might know about them. However, after the new era, most young people believed in science. At this time, Wang Mang had already taken out the map and confirmed his current location. What surprised Wang Mang was that he was actually in Xishao province. He did not expect to run around blindly and come here. However, even if it was Xishao province, it was still very far away from Linji province. He had to cross at least 3 provinces before he could reach Linji province. Therefore, after Wang Mang thought for a while, he decided to fly. After all, if he were to travel on the ground, Wang Mang would have to spend a lot of effort. However, if he were to fly, Wang Mang was confident that he could reach it in a short time. With that thought, Wang Mang transformed into his original body. Huge wings of flesh expanded from his body. He opened 2 pairs of flesh wings that were close to 100 meters long, and his huge body soared into the sky. Not only that, in order to avoid being seen, Wang Mang flew very high. He flew directly to an altitude of 10,000 meters and began to fly in the direction of Linji province. It was worth mentioning that at an altitude of 10,000 meters, Wang Mang felt like he was riding the clouds. That was because there were always many clouds floating by, and the wind in the sky was stronger than expected. Even if the sun and moon were in the sky, the weather was unpredictable. Not only did the weather not become hot, but became colder. This was out of Wang Mang's expectations, and he did not know the principle behind it. Another thing worth mentioning was that Wang Mang's flying speed was too fast. His flying speed in the air was definitely about 8 times his speed on the ground. Why was Wang Mang able to guess his flying speed? That was because Wang Mang saw several planes in the sky one after another. Moreover, his flying speed was about the same as a plane. Therefore, Wang Mang guessed his flying speed in the sky. At the fastest, he could reach the point of traveling 1,000 miles. This was definitely a speed that he could not reach before he evolved. As expected, it was still faster to fly with 2 pairs of wings. Wang Mang, who was extremely proud, was in high spirits. He felt that if he continued to fly like this, he estimated that he would be able to easily reach Linji province in less than a day. At this moment, Wang Mang suddenly saw that in the sky in front of him. A civil aircraft had already entered the airspace in front of him that was covered with dark clouds and thunder. Then, a civil aircraft was directly struck by the thunder and lightning in the dark clouds and immediately began to burn and smoke. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was extremely surprised. How the hell did he encounter this? If there was no accident, these guys were definitely going to die. In this regard, Wang Mang also expressed deep sympathy. This was too unlucky. But at this moment, the system's voice sounded again, frowny-facing. Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission number 1. In front of the falling plane, choose to ignore it. It has nothing to do with you. Mission time. Choose to obtain it. Mission reward. 100 million evolution points. Basic blind box X1. Mission number 2. In front of the falling plane, rescue it and obtain the goodwill of the Red Empire. Mission time. Choose to obtain it. Mission reward. 500 million evolution points. Advanced blind box X1. Chapter 242. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but be surprised. He didn't expect the system to issue such a mission. It's asking me to do something good again. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was speechless. Originally, he didn't want to meddle in other people's business. Of course, except when there were benefits. After all, this was a piece of cake for him. Moreover, he could gain the friendship and goodwill of the Red Empire. Of course, Wang Mang was happy, because before the disaster, whether it was the Red Empire or the Starstripe Empire, it could be said that they were the well-deserved overlords of the empires on Earth. Therefore, if he could gain the friendship of the Red Empire, it would be very beneficial for Wang Mang. At least, the Red Empire wouldn't be hostile to him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang already made his decision. Then, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose Mission 3. The next moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! The host has successfully chosen the mission. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to receive the reward. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction. Then, Wang Mang didn't hesitate anymore. He flapped his wings and sped up. At the same time, this plane that was robbed out of nowhere. At this moment, it was in despair. Inside the plane, all kinds of desperate screams could be heard. No, I don't want to die. I'm not married yet. Why is it like this? Why are you doing this to me? I don't want to die. No, no. Oh my God. I've done good deeds all my life. Don't do this to me. If there's a next life, I'll love her well. In the end, it's all for nothing. Oh my God. If anyone can save me, I'm willing to give myself to you. Just as everyone was in despair, just as this civilian plane, just as it was about to fall, Wang Mang had already caught up. He opened his bloody mouth and bit the plane. Yes, this plane was very big for a human, but it was too small for Wang Mang. Thus, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth and moved with extreme caution. He was afraid that if he made a mistake, he would bite the plane into pieces. At the same time, at this moment, the civil aircraft, which had been in complete despair, suddenly felt something. The plane didn't seem to be crashing anymore. For a moment, everyone in the plane started to celebrate. Ordinary people would not be able to understand the joy and excitement of surviving a disaster. However, they knew that they were still in the air. This was because they could vaguely feel that they had been caught by some huge creature. As for what it was exactly, they had no idea. At the same time, after catching the plane, Wang Mang landed on the ground. He planned to find a random place to put the plane down. After all, Wang Mang couldn't possibly send them to the airport. Dream on. Being able to save them was already good enough. He was not a nanny, so naturally, he would not send these people to the airport. Soon, Wang Mang landed in a mountain range. After that, Wang Mang put down the plane in his mouth. However, after putting down the plane in his mouth, Wang Mang sighed with emotion. You guys are lucky. You met Ben Huang. After saying that, Wang Mang once again soared into the sky under the shocked gazes of countless people inside the plane. When they saw Wang Mang's huge body leaving, the passengers inside the plane were even more shocked. For a moment, there was a heated discussion. *CK. I was actually saved by a monster? What are you talking about? How could it be the snake god? It was the snake god who saved us. Oh my God, the existence that saved our snake god is so big. *CK. Even novels don't dare to write like this. No matter what, the snake god saved us. I'm going to set up a longevity tablet for the great snake god when I go back. Longevity, my ass. At the very least, we have to build a temple for the snake god and worship him every day. Let the snake god bless our family to live a long life. That girl who said that she would give herself to him just now, don't even think about it. That's right. The snake god is not on the same level as us. Its size is also not on the same level. At the same time, at this moment in the sky, Wang Mang was still flying in the sky. At this moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully completed the mission. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 500 million evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained Advanced Blind Box X1. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang secretly nodded his head in satisfaction. He had accumulated a lot of evolution points. After he killed Lu Xiao, he might have the opportunity to continuously evolve. After thinking about it, Wang Mang became even happier. While humming a tune, Wang Mang flew for a few hours. When the sky was about to turn dark, Wang Mang successfully arrived at Linji province. Don't ask him why he flew for so long. Because Wang Mang, who had no sense of direction, flew too far. After that, he turned around and tossed about until nighttime before he successfully arrived at Linji province. In a mountain range, after arriving at Linji province, Wang Mang could clearly feel that the connection between him and Lu Xiao had become even stronger. This also made Wang Mang even more certain that Lu Xiao, this dog, was in Linji province. Then, after Wang Mang seriously sensed for a while, he was surprised to find out. This Lu Xiao was really in the direction of the Changbai mountain range. After that, Wang Mang immediately began to hasten his journey. He spent about 2 hours before he successfully arrived near the Changbai mountain range. But what made Wang Mang puzzled was that he also felt an unfamiliar demon emperor's aura in the Changbai mountain range. This made Wang Mang very surprised. There was a demon emperor near the Changbai mountain range? But why hadn't he heard of it before? Other than that, Wang Mang also vaguely felt it nearby. The Nanhua old deity was familiar with this terrifying aura. This also made Wang Mang become more cautious. He transformed his body to 6 meters tall before he approached the scenic area of the Changbai mountain range. This was because Wang Mang could vaguely feel that this Lu Xiao should be near the heavenly lake of the Changbai mountain. As expected, half an hour later, Wang Mang had already arrived near the heavenly lake of the Changbai mountain. At this moment, he was hiding in a forest and vaguely saw it. Beside the vast heavenly lake, there was actually a thatched hut, which was rarely seen. Moreover, it was already dark, but the thatched hut was still brightly lit. Other than that, in the heavenly lake, Wang Mang could even feel the dense demon emperor's aura. This also made Wang Mang's heart heavy. Damn it, the situation was not optimistic. He could feel that Lu Xiao and the Nanhua old deity were in the thatched hut. But the problem was that he was sure that there was a demon emperor in the heavenly lake. Moreover, since they could get along with each other, their relationship was definitely not shallow. This was completely increasing the difficulty for him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's head hurt. But at this moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Detected the current situation of the host. Additional rewards are given to the host. General reminder. When the host completes the mission, the additional rewards are as follows. Additional reward. 1 billion evolution points. Random lottery ticket X1. Chapter 243. Originally, Wang Mang wanted to give up. After all, this mission was more difficult than he had imagined. He expected that Nanhua old deity might be with Lu Xiao. After all, they were master and disciple. But what Wang Mang did not expect was that Nanhua old deity was not the only one. Moreover, there was a demon royal in Changbai Mountain. It seemed that they had a good relationship with these guys. This was completely increasing the difficulty for him. Therefore, to be honest, Wang Mang had a headache. He even wanted to give up. But after hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was full of energy again. He did not expect that the system would increase the mission reward as the mission difficulty increased. It had to be said that Wang Mang felt that this was very humane. Therefore, Wang Mang began to think about how to lure Lu Xiao out. After all, if Lu Xiao and Nanhua old deity were together, Wang Mang had no chance at all. If he dared to make a move here, he would be instantly killed by Nanhua old deity, the demon royal in the water, and Lu Xiao. Therefore, he had to think of a way to lure this dog out. But after thinking for a long time, Wang Mang could not think of a good way. Not only that, in the blink of an eye, 2 days had passed. But Wang Mang could not find a chance to make a move in these 2 days. Because Lu Xiao did not go out at all. He had been cultivating by the side of the heavenly lake these 2 days. As for Nanhua old deity, it was even more so. Most of the time, they would cultivate nearby and wouldn't go too far. The only thing that made Wang Mang happy was that he had already figured out the demon royal in the heavenly lake. The demon royal in the heavenly lake was a demon turtle royal with 6,300 years of cultivation. For Wang Mang, this demon turtle royal was not a big threat. Besides that, there was another news that made Wang Mang feel very bad. It was that he felt that Lu Xiao's strength had increased too quickly. That was that Lu Xiao's strength had also reached the demon royal level. Yes, don't ask Wang Mang how he knew. Back then, when he saw Lu Xiao's message again, Wang Mang himself was also greatly shocked and even incomparably furious. He did not expect Lu Xiao's strength to soar again in such a short time. This made Wang Mang's hair stand on end. F***, this dog Lu Xiao is really cheating. Even though he was evolving crazily, this dog still caught up to him. After all, how long had it been since Wang Mang fought with Lu Xiao? Less than a week. But in such a short period of time, that dog Lu Xiao was able to raise his strength so quickly. Could this be the child of destiny that was born in the millennium? He shouldn't be called the Son of Providence anymore. It should be called the main character template, especially when he thought about how he had painstakingly completed the mission, but was still caught up by this dog Lucio. Wang Mang's heart burned with even more jealousy. He knew that he absolutely couldn't allow Lucio to continue staying here. Otherwise, Wang Mang simply didn't dare to imagine what level this dog's strength would reach. In the past, Wang Mang did not even believe that he would die in Lucio's hands in the future. But now, Wang Mang completely believed the words of the little fatty who was reborn. Because according to Lucio's momentum, if he continued to improve, it would not take long. Wang Mang felt that he was not qualified to compete with Lucio at all. Because of this, Wang Mang said that he would kill this dog, Lucio, no matter what. Because if he allowed this dog to continue to develop, he would be a great threat to himself. Fortunately, just when Wang Mang was getting impatient, 3 days later, early in the morning, things finally took a turn for the better. Early in the morning, Lucio left the heavenly lake with the turtle demon emperor. Wang Mang was so excited that he almost could not hold back his tears. F***CK. He finally got the chance he had been waiting for. Then, Wang Mang quickly and quietly followed them. Moreover, Wang Mang was very careful while following them. He tried his best to conceal his aura and quietly follow behind the turtle demon emperor and Lucio. He kept a certain distance to avoid being discovered. But what made Wang Mang even happier was that these two guys actually left Linji province. Great! In this case, Wang Mang did not need to worry about Nanhua Old Deity at all. It could be said that when these two guys left Linji province and went to the neighboring province, Longhe province, this created a huge opportunity for Wang Mang. After all, once they left the province, Wang Mang could easily kill them. It could be said that the risk was greatly reduced. This was also the reason why Wang Mang was so excited. Therefore, when these two guys arrived at Longhe province, when they were in a primitive mountain range forest, Wang Mang was thinking about how to separate these two guys. But once again, something that Wang Mang did not expect happened. It was unknown what the two of them were discussing. Then, they parted ways and left in two different directions. Seeing this, Wang Mang almost could not help but laugh out loud. F***CK. This was like God was helping him. He was still thinking about how to separate these two guys. But now, there was no need for that at all. These two guys had already separated. Therefore, Wang Mang quietly followed them for a while. Wang Mang quickly transformed into his huge body, with 4 wings on his back, and quickly blocked in front of Lucio. "It's you? You're not dead." After seeing Wang Mang, Lucio was extremely shocked, and his tone was somewhat astonished. After hearing Lucio's words, Wang Mang could not help but laugh in his heart. It seemed that Lucio, this dog, thought that he had killed him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth and laughed sinisterly. Of course Ben Huang is not dead. "You want to kill Ben Huang?" After hearing Wang Mang's arrogant words, Lucio gradually calmed down. At the same time, Lucio was even more shocked to find that Wang Mang's strength had skyrocketed. Back then, Wang Mang did not threaten him so much. But now, the threat that Wang Mang gave him made him feel very uneasy. At the same time, Lucio was puzzled. How did Wang Mang increase his strength so much in such a short time? As if thinking of something, Lucio's face twisted ferociously, and he said angrily, "I know. Back then, it was you who stole the treasures of heaven and earth from a group of monster royals. In the end, you framed me and caused a group of monster royals to find trouble with me." Speaking of this, Lucio's handsome face twisted ferociously. "If it weren't for you, my master would never compensate the monster royals with so many treasures of heaven and earth. If it weren't for you, my master would have prepared a large number of treasures of heaven and earth for me, which would have been enough to raise my strength to a higher level. You deserve to die 1,000 times for your crime. How dare you come to me today to court death?" Chapter 244. Seeing Lucio's exasperated look, Wang Mang was stunned for a while. But after hearing Lucio's words, Only now did Wang Mang come to a sudden realization. No wonder this fellow was so furious. Then, he almost couldn't help laughing out loud. Because he didn't expect it. Nanhua Old Deity actually compensated the demon royal's losses. And listening to Lu Xiao's angry tone, Nanhua Old Deity gave him the heaven and earth treasures as compensation. Originally, he was going to use them to improve his strength. In other words, if Wang Mang didn't trick Lu Xiao back then Lu Xiao's strength would probably be much more terrifying than now. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was both happy and proud. At the same time, Wang Mang felt lucky and scared deep in his heart, because he didn't expect that the act of framing him back then. In the end, it caused such a huge loss to Lu Xiao. If he didn't trick Lu Xiao back then, once Lu Xiao digested the many demon royal level heaven and earth treasures that Nanhua Old Deity prepared for him, at that time, how terrifying would Lu Xiao's strength be? To be honest, Wang Mang didn't dare to think about it, because Lu Xiao's strength had already reached the demon royal level. Damn it, as expected, the Son of Luck was extraordinary. At the same time, at this moment, Lu Xiao also hated Wang Mang so much that his teeth itched. If Wang Mang had not framed him, he would not have been able to do so. How could his strength only reach the early celestial realm? Because back then, his master, in order to appease the anger of the demon royal, it could be said that he compensated nearly 10 demon royal level heaven and earth treasures. These were all heaven and earth treasures prepared for him. But in the end, they were all used to compensate and appease the anger of the demon royal. If he didn't lose these 10 demon royal level heaven and earth treasures, his strength would definitely skyrocket. Even it could let him directly catch up with these so-called demon royal. This was also the reason why Lu Xiao hated Wang Mang so much. If Wang Mang didn't appear, he wouldn't have thought of anything. However, Wang Mang had appeared, and his strength had soared. Therefore, as long as he wasn't an idiot, he would be able to make a rough guess. But what made Lu Xiao not dare to act rashly was that Wang Mang's strength was too terrifying. The sense of threat he felt now was completely incomparable to the one he felt a moment ago. Just as he was thinking about how to deal with Wang Mang, he suddenly felt a terrifying spiritual wave attack him. This caused Lu Xiao to be both shocked and furious. Fortunately, he also had a spiritual defensive ability. Otherwise, the splitting headache from before would have been enough to kill him. I didn't expect a dog like you to have a mental defense ability. At this moment, Wang Mang's tone was also filled with shock. After hearing Wang Mang's words, Lu Xiao sneered. You think you're the only one with a mental god art. With that, Lu Xiao no longer hesitated. He formed a series of hand seals and said with a ferocious expression, "Great profound Heaven Emperor technique." As soon as he finished speaking, a huge half-illusory figure condensed behind him. This illusory figure held a long sword and slashed at Wang Mang. Seeing this, Wang Mang sneered and said, "I'll let you have a taste of Ben Huang's new ability." Then, Wang Mang suddenly opened his bloody mouth and started to inhale crazily. Terrifying flowing magma had already condensed in his bloody mouth. Then, Wang Mang shot out the magma from his bloody mouth. The terrifying amount of magma was so huge that it was like a huge stream of magma. At the same time, after Wang Mang's magma burst out, it instantly destroyed the terrifying sword light and then shot toward Lu Xiao. Seeing this, Lu Xiao's expression changed drastically. He hurriedly flew into the air and narrowly dodged Wang Mang's terrifying attack. Rumble. However, at this moment, a loud noise came from behind him. When Lu Xiao turned back to look, his face was filled with horror. He saw that the place where he was just now had been blasted into ruins by Wang Mang's magma. The surrounding trees had all turned into ashes. Moreover, the magma was still as red as molten iron and was burning the ground. Wherever it touched, the ground was riddled with holes. He did not expect Wang Mang's *ability to be so terrifying. At this moment, Wang Mang, who had just finished using his ability, was shocked by himself. F***ck. The power of this ability was simply incredible. Moreover, he had an incredible ability, the Thunder Spell. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but sneer in his heart. Then, Wang Mang quietly used his ability, the Thunder Spell. Between the two 8-meter-long horns of Wang Mang, thunder and lightning began to condense slowly. These electric currents, which were like thunder dragons, crazily flowed between the two horns. As time passed, there were more and more of them. At this moment, Lu Xiao, of course, also noticed this abnormality. His face suddenly turned ugly. He did not expect Wang Mang's strength to soar this time. Not only did his cultivation level increase, he also had so many terrifying abilities. Good. I'd like to see how you're going to kill me. After roaring angrily, Lu Xiao once again put his palms together and formed a seal. After a cycle, a round white air shield, which was 6 feet thick, enveloped him. Obviously, when he knew that Wang Mang had a thunder-type ability, he knew that the battle might be troublesome, because it was very likely that he would have to switch from offense to defense. This was because Wang Mang's offensive abilities were simply too powerful. At the same time, Wang Mang saw that this guy had actually gathered such a thick air shield. Wang Mang was not in a hurry to use the Thunder Spell, because he wanted to continue gathering the power of the Thunder Spell. If he did not gather enough thunder power, Wang Mang was really worried that he would not be able to break this guy's air shield. But this Lu Xiao obviously did not want to. Wang Mang continued to gather the power of his ability. After gathering the air shield, his face turned pale. However, Lu Xiao's hands were constantly forming seals, condensing sword chi around his body. After a while, this guy's body had already gathered sword chi all over the sky, but he still did not use it. He was still forming seals to condense the sharp and peerless sword chi. At the same time, Lu Xiao's eyes were fixed on Wang Mang. Seeing the huge thunder current gather between Wang Mang's two horns, his forehead was dripping with sweat. Go to hell. At this moment, Wang Mang, who was already feeling incomparable pain in his body, roared ferociously, because he had already gathered the power of thunder, and he was almost unable to bear it. As soon as his voice fell, the thunder current condensed between the two horns on Wang Mang's head was like a thunder dragon galloping out. At the same time, Lu Xiao was even more ferocious as he roared. You're the one who should die. I, Lu Xiao, am the one who is destined to die. As soon as his voice fell, he raised his hands to the sky. The terrifying and fierce sword aura that filled the sky flocked together to form a terrifying and enormous sword aura that shot explosively toward Wang Mang. Chapter 245. The next moment, he saw the terrifying thunder dragon rushed towards Lu Xiao. At the same time, the terrifying sword aura that had gathered whistled towards Wang Mang. It could be said that both sides didn't use supernatural powers to fight, but wanted to kill each other with supernatural powers. Because Wang Mang was very confident in his own strength, Lu Xiao couldn't kill him. Lu Xiao was also very confident in his 6-foot air shield. The sword chi was also to kill Wang Mang. Rumble, rumble. At this moment, 2 loud noises were heard. Wang Mang's terrifying thunder dragon bombarded Lu Xiao's 6-foot air shield. Accompanied by the loud noises, smoke and dust filled the sky, covering the sky and the sun. The surrounding forest was instantly reduced to ashes by the terrifying lightning dragon. Similarly, Wang Mang wanted to dodge the enormous sword aura that was whistling toward him. But this terrifying sword chi couldn't be avoided at all. Wang Mang didn't have time to gather his supernatural powers, and finally, this terrifying sword chi. Furthermore, Wang Mang's enormous body was nearly sliced in half at the waist. Even one of his wings was sliced off. At the same time, this terrifying sword chi also left an unfathomable gully on the ground. This also made Wang Mang shocked and angry. He didn't expect Lu Xiao to be so terrifying. The power of this sword chi was even more beyond Wang Mang's expectation. In the last battle, Wang Mang was fighting with the opponent all the time. But now, after facing the opponent head-on, Wang Mang knew that Lu Xiu's strength was indeed very powerful. Facing his skyrocketing strength, he still had the strength to threaten his life. Fortunately, at this moment, Wang Mang had already used super self-healing, and the injuries he suffered were quickly healing. At the same time, Wang Mang guessed that the situation was definitely not good. It might even be worse than his. Sure enough, after the dust and smoke in the sky dissipated, Yi Zichen looked at Yi Zichen. Wang Mang saw Lu Xiu, who was covered in blood and looked like a ghost, extremely miserable. At this moment, he was even half kneeling on the ground. All around him was a 100-meter-wide pit. This was clearly the terrifying might of Wang Mang's lightning spell. When he saw Lu Xiu's miserable state, he couldn't help but laugh. Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh wildly in his heart. At the same time, Wang Mang was also quietly mobilizing his own bones, preparing to use a sure-kill attack to completely kill Wang Mang. At this moment, Lu Xiu seemed to sense something. He raised his head and looked at Wang Mang with bloodshot eyes. His face was twisted and ferocious as he growled, "Are you really going to kill me?" Hearing this, Wang Mang sneered in his heart. "If I don't kill you, should I keep you alive to kill me?" Moreover, he had already gained the upper hand in the battle. Wang Mang naturally had to deal a killing blow to this guy. But at this moment, Wang Mang realized that the sky above his head was starting to turn dark. At the same time, in the ink-like dark clouds, there was a loud, muffled sound of thunder. Seeing this, Wang Mang's heart sank. He already had some guesses in his heart. Not only that, Wang Mang also felt that the originally cloudless sky was starting to turn violet. Then, it started to rain heavily. The rain was unprecedentedly heavy. Could it be that the heavens are also helping him? After a moment of silence, Wang Mang's heart was filled with rage, because from a moment he wanted to kill Lu Xiu. He felt as if his chi had been locked down by a terrifying force from the unseen world. This terrifying force and the source of his uneasiness seemed to be coming from the sky above his head. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart was even more furious. Moreover, he was extraordinarily furious. Why did the heavens not say anything when he wanted to kill me? Why did the heavens warn him when he wanted to kill Lu Xiu? Just as Wang Mang was about to explode in rage. In a flash, Wang Mang vaguely saw a flash of lightning in the sky. Then, a terrifying lightning dragon descended from the sky. Rumble! This terrifying lightning dragon struck towards Wang Mang. It was so fast that even Wang Mang couldn't react in time. It was accompanied by a loud roar. Even though Wang Mang's body was huge, he was still sent flying tens of meters away by the lightning that descended from the sky. Not only that, even though Wang Mang had already used the body of lightning, his body was still charred and started to smoke. At the same time, many snake scales on his body fell to the ground, accompanied by a large amount of blood. Wang Mang struggled from the ground in pain and anger. At the same time, he also started to use the super self-healing skill. He saw that his charred and bloody body started to heal by itself. But from this, it could be seen how powerful the lightning that descended from the sky was. At the moment when he was struck by the lightning, Wang Mang even felt that his body wasn't his anymore. That kind of pain that made him want to die. If it wasn't for the fact that his mind was filled with anger, he would have screamed in pain. At the same time, Wang Mang's anger caused his body to turn as red as blood, like flowing magma. He raised his head angrily and looked at the dark clouds in the sky. He couldn't help but roar in anger. Why? Why are you doing this to me? At this moment, a weak but arrogant laugh was heard. Aha! Wang Mang, you can't beat me. You're destined to die in my hands in both your previous and current life. At this moment, in the huge pit, Lu Xiu, who was in an extremely sorry state, couldn't help but laugh sinisterly. Just at the moment when the lightning appeared, he seemed to have recalled his previous and current life. Not only that, he also seemed to have seen Wang Mang's previous and current life. This also made Lu Xiu immediately realize why he hated Wang Mang so much, because they had a fated duel in their previous life. This might be the reason why he didn't like Wang Mang. This was because they had already had a fated battle thousands of years ago. Moreover, after knowing his identity in his previous life, Lu Xiu couldn't help but laugh wildly. He believed that in his previous life, Wang Mang had died in his hands. In this life, he would definitely die in his hands again. In addition, he also saw it earlier. God was still helping him. Thinking of this, Lu Xiu raised his head and roared, "God, if you can hear me, please send down divine lightning to help me kill him." As soon as his voice fell, in the dark clouds in the sky, countless bolts of lightning instantly fell from the sky. Accompanied by countless roars, almost instantly, Wang Mang was enveloped by a terrifying sea of lightning. This terrifying scene was like a thunderbolt. Wang Mang was in a sea of lightning. Rumble, rumble. For a moment, countless bolts of lightning crazily struck Wang Mang. At this moment, vaguely, it could be seen, an incomparably huge python, crazily struggling in the midst of the lightning strikes. Aha! Wang Mang, Wang Mang, even God is helping me. How can you fight me? Seeing this scene, Lu Xiu couldn't help but laugh wildly. Chapter 246. To be honest, Lu Xiu thought that he was going to die. After all, he was indeed no match for Wang Mang in the previous battle with Wang Mang. Whether it was a competition of supernatural powers or a competition of means, he was no match for Wang Mang. Of course, such a thing. It was impossible for him to admit it. Moreover, Wang Mang was about to die. Thinking of this, Lu Xiu couldn't help but laugh proudly. So what if Wang Mang was strong? In the end, he still couldn't beat him. It could be said that Wang Mang was definitely his since he was a child. For so long. The first existence that made him so embarrassed. At the same time, Wang Mang was also the first existence that threatened his life. Even the former Stone Demon King posed a great threat to him. However, with his master, he knew that he wouldn't die. But this time was different. This time Wang Mang's ambush. This was simply beyond his expectations. Wang Mang's strength also caused him to feel a lingering fear. Fortunately, he didn't have to do anything now. God had helped him to deal with Wang Mang. Therefore, he only needed to wait quietly. After the thunder was over, he just needed to see if Wang Mang had completely died. At the same time, in the sea of thunder, Wang Mang had already used bloodthirsty rage. In addition, he also used super self-healing. Because of this, Wang Mang still hadn't been struck to death by the thunder until now. However, this terrifying thunder also made Wang Mang suffer. It could even be said that it tortured Wang Mang to death. However, with the increase of bloodthirsty rage and the monstrous resentment, not only did Wang Mang not die, but his combat power had increased to another terrifying level. Even if Wang Mang wanted to kill Lu Xiu now, his combat power was definitely enough to kill Lu Xiu. Unfortunately, the thunder in the sky didn't give him such a chance. At the same time, Wang Mang was also crazily struggling in the sea of thunder. Bolts of thunder struck his body, full of fire. It could even be said that the current Wang Mang was completely wrapped in continuous thunder. His magma-like body, after being struck by the thunder, sputtered out dazzling fire and lightning. Damned heavens! You want to strike me to death? No way! While roaring angrily, Wang Mang's huge body suddenly plunged deep into the ground. He didn't believe that God could strike him to the depths of the earth. As expected, when Wang Mang plunged into the depths of the earth, the thunder could no longer strike him. This caused Wang Mang to go wild with joy. Of course, was Wang Mang trying to escape? This was completely impossible. He couldn't escape. Today, no matter what, he would use this rare opportunity to completely kill Lu Xiu. God had to stop. Even if God didn't allow it, he would definitely not give up. After drilling into the ground, Wang Mang didn't stay on the ground at all. He only circled around and arrived at Lu Xiu's approximate location. Wang Mang drilled out of the ground again. Rumble, accompanied by an earth-shattering loud noise. Wang Mang's huge magma-like body broke out of the ground. This sudden loud noise scared Lucio so much that he trembled subconsciously. He hurriedly turned around and saw a scene that made him extremely terrified. He saw Wang Mang's huge body not far behind him, staring at him coldly. At the same time, the sea of thunder in the sky also began to gather again. However, it would take some time for the thunder to strike again. Therefore, Lucio couldn't help but be even more terrified. He cried out involuntarily, how can you be fine?" Hearing this, Wang Mang, who was covered in wounds, grinned sinisterly and said, "You think I can't kill you because God is helping you? You think this is still the previous life? You think God can strike me to death?" After hearing Wang Mang's words, Lucio's face turned pale, and his eyes were filled with horror. He hurriedly knelt down to Wang Mang and begged, "Wang Mang, don't kill me. Don't kill me. The world is about to change, and disaster is coming. If we join forces, we will definitely be able to dominate the entire apocalypse." Seeing this scene, Wang Mang sneered. Although Lucio was still kneeling in front of him and begging for mercy, Lucio's hand gestures were quietly forming a seal. He didn't know what method he was going to use. Because of that, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth, and magma erupted from his mouth. Seeing this scene, Lucio, who was forming a seal, hurriedly slammed his palm on the ground, and his body bounced up. Rumble, accompanied by a loud noise. The place where he was before became a huge pit again, and smoke and dust filled the sky. Lucio, who was lucky enough to escape in the distance, had an extremely ugly and ferocious expression. He could see that Wang Mang's killing intent towards him was unprecedentedly strong. It could even be said that he didn't give him any chance at all. In anger, Lucio roared with a ferocious expression, "Wang Mang, don't force me. Otherwise, no one will have an easy time. Do you really want me to die? Do you believe that I will drag you down with me? Do you believe that if you kill me, I will make the entire earth die with me?" After hearing Lucio's threat, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh sinisterly. "Even if God helps you, it's useless. I'd like to see what other tricks you have." As soon as his voice fell, the power of thunder condensed between Wang Mang's two horns again. Then, the power of thunder condensed by Wang Mang shot towards Lucio again. Seeing the power of thunder roaring towards him, Lucio hurriedly dodged and struggled in horror, because now he could only escape with difficulty and had no power to fight back at all. Rumble. Another loud noise was heard. The power of thunder released by Wang Mang. It also bombed the place where Lucio was just a moment ago into a mess. But facing Lucio, who was agile and kept escaping, Wang Mang didn't worry that he could escape at all, because this time, even God wouldn't be able to save him. Wang Mang's desire to kill him was too strong. In addition, Lucio, who was running away in embarrassment, was hiding everywhere. At the same time, while avoiding Wang Mang's attack, he was also making gestures with both hands and chanting. In the blink of an eye, more than 10 minutes passed. At this moment, Lucio was lucky enough to avoid Wang Mang's power of thunder again. Then, he looked around vigilantly, for fear that Wang Mang would suddenly appear again, because Wang Mang had drilled into the ground several times. As for why, because God was still helping Lucio to strike Wang Mang. It was just that Wang Mang and Lucio were too close to each other. Therefore, God didn't send a sea of thunder again. Obviously, God was afraid that Lucio would also be struck to death. Because of this, Wang Mang wasn't enveloped by the sea of thunder again. It could be said that the current Lucio, he had been avoiding Wang Mang's attacks. On the contrary, God sent down thunder from time to time. It had been crazily bombarding Wang Mang. However, Wang Mang still insisted on chasing Lucio despite the thunder. At this moment, Lucio was looking around vigilantly, while making gestures with both hands and chanting. But on the ground not far in front of him, there was a loud noise again. After hearing the noise, Lucio quickly looked over and saw Wang Mang appear in front of him again. Not only that, a sharp, snow-white, narrow bone spur was shooting towards him. Seeing this scene, Lucio's expression changed greatly. He wanted to dodge, but it was too late. That was because the speed at which the sharp and long white bone shot out was simply too fast. In the blink of an eye, there was a faint sound of something breaking through the air. Then there was a poochy sound. He saw. The sharp bone spur was as fast as lightning. It had already pierced through his chest. At this moment, at Lucio's heart, there was a bowl-sized bloody hole in his body. He slowly lowered his head and stared blankly at the bloody hole in his chest. Chapter 247. At the same time, Wang Mang, who was indifferent in the distance. He was preparing to attack again. The system's voice suddenly sounded frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully completed the mission. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained a free evolution opportunity X1. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 1 billion evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained a random lottery opportunity X1. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained a mysterious gift pack for breaking the shackles of fate X1. Ding. Warm reminder. The host has received hatred from this world. Ding. Warning, warning. The host has received a backlash. The plunder aura has blocked 4/5 for the host. Your luck value has decreased by 100. Ding. Warm reminder. The host's current luck value -10. Ding. Warm reminder. Before the host has enough luck value, please be careful when going out. Ding. The accumulation has met the evolution conditions. Do you want to start the evolution? After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was simply stunned. He didn't expect that he would kill Lucio just like that. To be honest, after Wang Mang finished listening to the system's voice, even now, he still felt like he was dreaming. This was simply unbelievable. Lucio, this guy died just like that? It shouldn't be. According to the novels that he had read when he was alive, this shouldn't be the case. After all, the archenemy of fate should be very powerful. But he was killed by him just like that. But the system's voice sounded. This also made Wang Mang recover from his disbelief. Perhaps Wang Mang was almost brainwashed. He thought that this Lucio couldn't be killed. After all, even the heavens were helping him. But the system obviously wouldn't lie to him. It was just that what made Wang Mang's head hurt was the price he paid to kill this Lucio was not small. He thought that he would suffer a backlash from heaven and earth. But he didn't expect that the backlash would be so exaggerated. The luck points he had accumulated were now in the negative. Damn, was this the terror of the Son of Fate? Moreover, listening to the system's voice, if he didn't have the plunder aura, his luck value wouldn't be as simple as -10. His luck value might even become negative hundreds. At the same time, at this moment, Lucio, he still lowered his head and looked at the bloody hole. However, as long as one looked carefully, one would notice. At this time, Lucio's eyes were getting dimmer. At the same time, there were traces of golden light dispersing above his head. His life force was also slowly slipping away. Not only that, Lucio, who was about to die, another scene appeared in front of his eyes. In this scene, heaven and earth changed greatly and disaster befell. He, Lucio, was proud of the 9 heavens. He, Lucio, killed Wang Mang. He, Lucio, became the real master of fate. He, Lucio, suppressed any strong person in the era. He, Lucio, finally became the first strong person on the global list. These scenes of killing in all directions. It also made Lucio smile slightly. Then, he raised his head with difficulty and looked at Wang Mang. He asked in confusion, "This time, you're from the future, right?" Hearing this, Wang Mang was stunned for a while. Then he heard Lucio saying to himself with difficulty, "I clearly saw the scene of the future. You died in my hands again. Maybe you're from the future, so you desperately want to change your fate." After hearing Lucio's words, Wang Mang suddenly became even angrier. Mother Kerr, this cheat was too much. If it weren't for the fact that the little fatty was also reborn and came from the future, Wang Mang might really die in Lucio's hands again in the near future. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel a lingering fear. At this moment, the rain was getting heavier and heavier, as if it had no intention of stopping at all. The dark clouds in the sky were no longer just dark clouds. Instead, the whole sky seemed to be splashed with a layer of ink, dark and oppressive. In the face of Lu Xiu's inquiry, Wang Mang thought for a while and said slowly, "No. Someone told me." Lu Xiu, who was about to die, suddenly looked up at Wang Mang and said with a smile, "I haven't lost yet. I said that even if I die, the whole earth will be buried with me. You may not believe it, but soon you will know." After saying this, Lu Xiu looked up at the sky with difficulty and his body fell to the ground weakly. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was about to say something. Suddenly, a terrifying aura rushed over from afar. This scared Wang Mang so much that he looked up and saw a figure flying over from afar. The person arrived first, but the voice arrived first. Wang Mang heard the Nanhua old deity's angry and sorrowful roar, "Xiu air." After hearing this voice, Wang Mang immediately recognized the Nanhua old deity. This was completely out of Wang Mang's expectations. He didn't expect the Nanhua old deity to come here. Thinking of this, Wang Mang didn't dare to hesitate and put the bone spear back into his body. Wang Mang quickly said in his mind, "System, use the space shift talisman." Then, Wang Mang's enormous body instantly disappeared. It was as if he had disappeared into thin air. But what Wang Mang didn't know was that the moment he left, the Nanhua old deity appeared in front of him. He stared blankly at Lu Xiu, who was lying in a pool of blood. He quickly rushed over and held Lu Xiu in his arms. But Lu Xiu's vitality was almost completely gone. Master, I have to go." Hearing this, the white-haired Nanhua old deity seemed to have aged a lot in an instant. He said in a trembling voice, "Xiu air, don't sleep." As he spoke, a huge amount of vitality appeared in the Nanhua old deity's palm, as if he was injecting true qi into it. Unfortunately, no matter how much true qi he injected into Lu Xiu, there was nothing he could do, because the Child of Providence was not someone he could save. After a while, the Nanhua old deity reached out his trembling hand and closed Lu Xiu's eyes. "Xiu air, Master will avenge you on the other side." In a mountain range, Wang Mang looked around in confusion. He didn't know where he was either, but after thinking for a while, Wang Mang didn't care about it anymore. The most important thing for him now was to digest what he had gained this time. After all, the Nanhua old deity had already appeared. There was no need to say anything. Wang Mang didn't need to guess to know. He must have been exposed. Therefore, Wang Mang was really afraid that the Nanhua old deity would go crazy and hunt him down. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in the vicinity. He found a cave in the primordial forest and entered it. After entering the cave, Wang Mang wanted to see what he had gained this time. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't wait. "System, show me my personal information." The next moment, his personal information appeared in front of him. Host, Wang Mang type, four-winged bull flame python status, adult cultivation, 6,000 years, demon emperor level, size, 152 meters long, 5 meters wide, 350,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, 350,000 kilograms, bite force, 115 kilometers per hour. Skills, corrosive poison, steel body, super self-healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrink. Supernatural powers, king's slavery, soul controlling seal, broken body regeneration, mysterious water domain, heaven escape, magma eruption, wishful bone spur, thunder spell. Special, storage space, information detection, 9 Demon King level treasures, 6 Great Demon King level treasures, 1 free chance to upgrade supernatural powers, 2 random lottery chances, 1 advanced blind box, 1 diamond treasure chest, 1 free evolution chance, 1 mysterious gift pack for breaking the shackles of fate, 1 iron palm. Shop open. Luck, -10, unlucky possession. Evolution value, 3, 51 billion/3 billion. Current ranking, 90th in the world. Chapter 248. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. Although it was a bit hard this time, but the harvest was still very good. Now it was simply another wave of wealth. Evolving twice shouldn't be a problem. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood was extremely good. However, the only thing that made Wang Mang depressed was, damn, this luck value was simply too painful. This was definitely the lowest luck value he had ever had, right? Highlight moment? Wang Mang dared to confirm that even before he died, he definitely wasn't that low. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was speechless. Now, he could only hope that the prize this time could make up for his loss, especially that mysterious gift bag that broke the shackles of fate. After all, this thing sounded quite awesome just from the name. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood became a lot better. Then, Wang Mang decided to evolve first, because his evolution value was already enough to evolve, even including the one free evolution opportunity he had. This could completely allow him to evolve twice in a row. Even more, it might be possible to evolve 3 times in a row. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood became happy and he said, "System, start evolving." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded, "Ding! Successfully deducted 3 billion evolution value. Beginning evolution." Then, Wang Mang once again lost consciousness in the midst of evolution. When he woke up again, Wang Mang observed his body. He was surprised to find that this time, his body had still grown. Of course, as for how much stronger he had become, of course, he had to open his personal information to know, because he still had to strive for 3 consecutive evolutions. Therefore, he still needed to see how much evolution value he needed to evolve. Thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." Then, his personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, 4-winged bull flame python. Status, adult cultivation, 6,100 years, demon emperor. Body shape, 156 meters long, 5 meters wide, 380,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, bite force of 380,000 kilograms, speed of 118 kilometers per hour. Skills, corrosive poison, steel body, super healing, underwater breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking. Divine ability, king's slavery, soul controlling seal, broken body rebirth, mystic water domain, heaven flight, earth burrow, lava eruption, will bone spur, lightning spell. Special, storage space, information detection, 9 Demon King level treasures, 6 Great Demon King level treasures, 1 free chance to upgrade divine powers, 2 random draw chances, 1 advanced blind box, 1 diamond treasure chest, 1 free chance to evolve, 1 shackles of fate mystery gift pack, iron palm. Shop, activated. Luck, -10, unlucky possession, evolution points, 510 million/3. 5 billion current ranking, 90th in the world. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang nodded with satisfaction. After this evolution, his evolution points did not increase by much. In other words, he still had a high chance of evolving 3 times in a row. After all, he still had so many good things to open. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. However, before he used the free evolution opportunity, Wang Mang was prepared to open all his gains from these days. After all, the later he used the free evolution opportunity, the better. This way, he could save a lot of evolution points. Thinking of this, on the contrary, Wang Mang was a bit conflicted. Should he open the advanced blind box first? Or should he open the diamond treasure chest first? Or should he start with the random draw? Or should he open the shackles of fate mystery gift pack? Oh my god, so many good things. He was a bit conflicted. Wang Mang could not help but feel proud in his heart. After pondering for a moment, Wang Mang decided to open the diamond treasure chest first. Thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open the diamond treasure chest." The next moment, the system's voice sounded, "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully open the diamond treasure chest." "Ding! Congratulations, host. obtained 90 million evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 200 million evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 300 million evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained hardcover version of Brain Platinum. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained the Blessing of the Gaze of the Abyss. Luck value plus 38 permanently. The enemy's strength does not exceed the Abyss. Cannot be exploited. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained the Blessing of the Abyss Master. Luck value plus 60 permanently. The enemy's strength does not exceed the Abyss Master. Cannot be exploited. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 400 million evolution points. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was completely stunned. If the evolution points were close to 1 billion, Wang Mang was not that excited. But he never thought that he could actually obtain luck value. Damn it! The luck value came back in an instant. Moreover, the luck value this time was different from an accident. This luck value could not be exploited. That's awesome. Moreover, what level had the Abyss Master's strength reached? Although Wang Mang did not know the so-called Abyss Master's level, but listen to how awesome his name was. Abyss Master. It was like a heifer standing upside down. Awesome to the heavens. Because of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel excited and happy. It seemed that not everyone was unhappy with him. This Abyss Master was obviously very optimistic about him. Otherwise, how could he obtain the blessing? Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood became wonderful. He felt that if he opened more things, he would definitely be able to evolve again. Thinking of this, Wang Mang suppressed the excitement in his heart and silently said in his heart, "System, open the advanced blind box." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the advanced blind box. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 500 million evolution points. Oh, not bad, not bad. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. This was very awesome. The opening started with 500 million evolution points. This also made Wang Mang's mood even more wonderful. At the same time, Wang Mang also continued to look forward to the next prize. How many good things could he get? Under Wang Mang's expectation. A minute later, the system's voice sounded for the second time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 300 million evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang secretly nodded with satisfaction. This was only the second prize. At present, it had already given him 800 million evolution points. It had to be said that this advanced blind box was very powerful. Just as Wang Mang was feeling happy, the system's voice sounded for the third time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained. Chapter 249. In the next moment, the system's voice sounded for the third time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 200 million evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang secretly nodded. This was the third time, although there weren't many evolution points. But 200 million evolution points was not bad. Thinking about this, Wang Mang looked forward to the prize even more. After another minute, the system's voice sounded for the fourth time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained a high-quality dog chain. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was simply speechless. System daddy, I want evolution points. I want good things. He didn't raise a dog. What's the use of giving him this dog chain? Don't tell me he's going to use it to trap the dog emperor? The problem was that the dog emperor wouldn't let him use it. Just when Wang Mang was puzzled, the system's voice sounded for the fifth time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 500 million evolution points. Not bad. Not bad at all. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but burst with joy. This advanced blind box gave him a total of 1.5 billion evolution points. This was simply out of Wang Mang's expectations. After all, in the past, the performance of the advanced blind box wasn't that impressive. This time, the counterattack was quite impressive. Among the blind boxes, the most impressive one was naturally the best one. As for the advanced blind box, it was also something that relied on luck. But this advanced blind box was more generous than he had imagined. However, there was a regretful thing. He was still 500 million evolution points away from evolving once again. It seemed that if he wanted to rely on evolution points to evolve again, he would need to open more things. Thinking about this, Wang Mang fell in a deep thought. The treasures that he hadn't opened yet. Currently, there were only 2 random lottery chances left, as well as breaking the shackles of Fate Mystery Gift Pack. After thinking for a bit, Wang Mang had already made his decision. He decided to draw first. As for the best shackles of Fate Mystery Gift Pack, Wang Mang decided to open it last. Thinking about this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, use 1 random lottery chance." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again. "Ding! Congratulations, host. You have successfully used the random lottery chance." After that, a lucky compass appeared in Wang Mang's mind. But when he finished looking at the 9 prizes, he was stunned. Wang Mang couldn't help but be stunned. The 9 prizes were as follows. 9 billion evolution points. 8 billion evolution points. Random strong summon card. 1 box of course, 1 bag baby's diaper. 1 box of medicine. 1 top quality emerald jade pendant. 1 box of 1982 cola and 9,000-year-old Saturn peach. After looking at the 9 prizes, Wang Mang almost couldn't hold back his tears. F***CK. What the hell is this? Only half of the good stuff was there. Other than that, there was a lot of trash. What? Even the peanut milk was here. Even the bag was here. Thinking about this, Wang Mang didn't have much hope for this lottery chance. F***CK. It would be strange if he could open something good. Now, Wang Mang could only hope to open one of the 9 prizes. There were only a few heaven-defying good things. For example, the 9,000-year-old peach, random strong summon card, or even 9 billion evolution points. 8 billion evolution points were also good. Other than these things, Wang Mang didn't want anything else. At this time, Wang Mang was extremely depressed and tangled. The lucky compass began to spin quickly. 1 minute later, the system's voice sounded, "Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained a box of medicine bag. F***CK. F***CK. I can even open this. How unlucky am I? What's the use of giving me a box of bag? It's not like I have a bad bowel movement. I don't need this stuff." Thinking about this, Wang Mang's heart ached. He felt that this random draw opportunity was a complete waste of time. F***CK. I finally verified the word random. Sometimes the prizes are really random. Thinking about this, Wang Mang hesitated. Should I use the lottery again? He was afraid that he would get another box of bag. It's impossible to give me another trash. My luck value is back now. My current luck value is 88. I'm going to get rich soon. Thinking about this, Wang Mang's heart hardened. Then, he said in his heart, "System, use the lottery chance again." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again, "Ding. Congratulations, host. You have successfully used the lottery chance." Then, another big lucky compass appeared in his mind. But when he saw the 9 prizes on the big lucky compass, Wang Mang finally let out a sigh of relief. F***CK. The 9 prizes this time were much better than the previous ones. This was because the 9 prizes were as follows. 9 billion evolution points. 8 billion evolution points. 800 million evolution points. Best quality blind box X9. 10000 years old immortal ginseng. 90000 years old flat peach. Advanced blind box X9. Diamond treasure chest X9. Violet treasure sword. After looking at the 9 prizes, Wang Mang's heart was filled with excitement. F***CK. He said that his luck wouldn't be too bad. Now, something good had finally appeared. These things he simply won't be too bad, even if he opened them casually. Even the trashiest ones were guaranteed to be at least 800 million evolution points. If his luck was good, it would be great if he could open something even better. For example, he could open 9 advanced blind boxes and 9 diamond treasure chests. Or it could be said that he could get a 10,000 years old immortal ginseng, a 90,000 years old immortal peach, etc. He could just randomly get one of these for him. After all, Wang Mang's ambition wasn't big and was easy to satisfy. Thinking about this, Wang Mang couldn't help but look forward to it. At the same time, the big lucky compass started to spin again. This also made Wang Mang nervous and expectant. He hoped that this lottery chance wouldn't disappoint him. 1 minute later, the spinning speed of the lucky compass slowly slowed down. Then, the system's voice sounded again, ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained. Chapter 250. In the next moment, the system's voice resounded, frowny face, ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 800 million evolution points. Ding. Evolution conditions have been met. Do you wish to begin evolution? No. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was slightly disappointed. Damn, this only gave him 800 million evolution points. This thing is definitely the worst out of all the prizes. Thinking about this, Wang Mang felt even more helpless. After all, there's so many prizes. In the end, he obtained the worst one. This feeling made Wang Mang very unhappy. This feeling was similar to when your family took out a $100 bill during Chinese New Year, counted it in front of you, and then took out $1 and gave it to you. Luckily, Wang Mang was now able to complete 3 consecutive evolutions. Thinking about this, Wang Mang's mood became a lot better. Forget it. Let's evolve first. As for the mysterious gift bag that could break the fate, let's wait until I evolve. Thinking about this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, System, begin evolution. In the next moment, the system's voice resounded, frowny face, ding. Successfully deducted 3.5 billion evolution points. Beginning evolution. After that, Wang Mang once again lost consciousness during the evolution. After waiting for 2 hours, Wang Mang woke up from the evolution. He still did not observe the changes after the evolution. This was because he still wanted to continue evolving. Thus, Wang Mang once again silently said in his heart, System, use free evolution opportunity. In the next moment, the system's voice resounded again, frowny face, ding. Host has successfully used free evolution opportunity. Beginning evolution. After that, Wang Mang once again lost consciousness. After another 2 hours, Wang Mang slowly woke up from the evolution. After waking up, Wang Mang began to observe the changes in his body. What made Wang Mang extremely happy was that after a few consecutive evolutions, his body seemed to have increased by a lot. Other than that, Wang Mang also discovered something else. The bull horns on his head grew a little more. Apart from that, Wang Mang also felt that his strength had increased by a lot. As for the extent to which his strength had increased after the continuous evolution this time, Wang Mang didn't know either. He pondered for a moment. Wang Mang muttered in his heart, Open your personal information. The next moment, his personal information appeared before his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Species, 4-winged bull flame python. Status, adult cultivation experience, 6,300 years, demon emperor. Size, 164 meters long, 5 meters wide, 460,000 kilograms in weight. Combat strength, bite force of 460,000 kilograms, speed of 119 kilometers per hour. Skills, corrosive poison, steel body, super healing, underwater breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking. Divine ability, King's slavery, soul control seal, broken body rebirth, mysterious water heavy domain, flying heaven and burrowing earth, magma eruption, wishful bone spur, thunder spell. Special, storage space, information detection, 9 Demon King level treasures, 6 Great Demon King level treasures, 1 chance to upgrade divine ability for free, breaking the shackles of fate, mysterious gift pack X1, Iron Palm. Maul, activated. Luck, 88, Dragon among men. Evolution value, 300 million / 5 billion current ranking, 86th in the world. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang secretly nodded his head in satisfaction. His current body length had already reached more than 160 meters. His current body weight had even reached 460 tons. His cultivation had reached the level of 6,300 years. It could be said that his strength had once again skyrocketed. Now, his ranking had even reached the level of 86th. With such strength, Wang Mang was absolutely confident that he could kill the Dog Emperor or the Tiger Emperor, because he had already caught up with the older generation of Demon Emperors. Of course, the current Wang Mang still did not have the confidence to defeat the Nanhua Old Deity, because the Nanhua Old Deity's ranking was too high. Even now, the Nanhua Old Deity was still a mountain for Wang Mang. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but feel deeply moved. His current strength had already reached the Demon Emperor level. However, it seemed that he was still far from becoming the strongest person in the world. He still had a long way to go. To be honest, before the disaster arrived, Wang Mang did not know how much his strength could increase to. Of course, Wang Mang did not care at all. His current strength had already reached such a level. There were very few people who could threaten him. Even if the disaster were to arrive, Wang Mang was still confident that he had enough strength to be able to sit back and relax. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. Only then did he get out of the cave. At this moment, it was already night outside the cave. Moreover, it was still raining heavily. This made Wang Mang speechless. This heavy rain had been pouring ever since he killed Lu Xiao. However, based on the current situation, it probably would not stop anytime soon. At the same time, Wang Mang, who had nothing to do, decided to go back to his own territory to take a look. This time, he had been away for too long. It was even longer than the last time he was away. Therefore, his strength had increased greatly. Therefore, Wang Mang was a little arrogant now. It could be said that other than the Nanhua Old Deity, who he could not afford to offend, Wang Mang was not afraid of anyone. Thinking of this, Wang Mang, who was already very confident, became even more arrogant. However, at this moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. The host's strength has already reached the Demon Emperor level. Don't you want to make a name for yourself as the Demon Emperor? Mission time. Available upon selection. Mission reward. 100 million evolution points. Elementary blind box X1. Mission 2. The host's strength has already reached the Demon Emperor level. Go and kill the Great Demon King to make a name for yourself. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 500 million evolution points. Intermediate blind box X1. Mission 3. The host's strength has already reached the Demon Emperor level. Go and kill a Demon Emperor to make a name for yourself. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 1 billion evolution points. Advanced blind box X1. Mission 4. The host's strength has already reached the Demon Emperor level. Go and kill 2 Demon Emperors to make a name for yourself. Mission reward. 5 billion evolution points. Advanced blind box X2. Mission 5. The host's strength has already reached the Demon Emperor level. Kill all the Demon Emperors on land. Become the strongest Demon Emperor on land. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. Free evolution opportunity X1. Top grade blind box X2. Chapter 251. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was instantly dumbfounded. He was about to go home. Why did the system issue another mission? Moreover, this mission didn't seem to be simple. It gave him a total of 5 choices. The first was to whore 100 million for free. The second was to kill a Demon King. Wasn't this looking down on him? Did he still need to use a great Demon King to show off his might? This was simply an insult to him. Therefore, Mission 2 could be ruled out. As for Mission 3, kill a Demon Emperor. Wang Mang felt that this could be considered, because for Mission 4, Wang Mang really couldn't find any soft persimmon. After all, among the demon emperors that Wang Mang was familiar with, the turtle demon emperor was the weakest. Next was the dog emperor. But the dog emperor didn't do anything to let him down. Moreover, when he was in Tibet province, he even kindly reminded him. Therefore, if he really had to kill a demon emperor, Wang Mang was more likely to choose to kill the tiger emperor, because this dog had chased him until there was no way out. Therefore, if he had to choose a demon emperor, Wang Mang's target would naturally be the tiger emperor. Although the tiger emperor's strength was indeed much stronger than the dog emperor's. But was he the kind of person who bullied the weak? He was obviously not that kind of person. He had always attacked the strong with a heavy punch. As for disdaining the weak, okay. Thinking of this, Wang Mang thought for a while. He had already made a decision in his heart. The fifth mission with the most generous reward. It was obviously impossible for him to complete it. After all, there were so many demon emperors on land. He didn't have the strength to sweep away all the demon emperors on land. Just the 4 emperors of Tibet province alone, Wang Mang couldn't bite them at all. Not to mention the demon emperors on the land of the entire Red Empire. Who knew if there were any unknown demon emperors in the Red Empire? Ever since Wang Mang came out, how many demon emperors had he met? To be honest, there were already no less than 10 demon emperors. Moreover, those that he hadn't met, such as the demon emperor in the water, hadn't been counted. Therefore, Mission 5 was obviously impossible. He wasn't that big yet, and he couldn't defeat all the Red Empire's demon emperors. With that thought, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose Mission 3. The next moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! The host has successfully selected the mission. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to receive the reward. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was also deeply moved. He didn't expect that after his strength had skyrocketed. Now, they were finally going to make an example out of the Tiger Emperor. Of course, if it wasn't for the Dog Emperor's kind reminder back in the West Province, he would have been dead. Wang Mang would definitely pick this weakest Dog Emperor as a pushover. Sigh. In the end, he was still a little emotional. It seemed that he was still too kind-hearted. With this thought in mind, Wang Mang prepared to set off. Of course, before setting off, he had to look at his current position. But when Wang Mang finished looking at the map, he was speechless. He didn't expect that this space shift talisman would actually teleport him to the West Province. This was really a distance of 1,000 miles. It could even be said that it was far more than 1,000 miles. In other words, if he wanted to find the Tiger Emperor again, he would have to cross Nanhu Province or Beihu Province. Of course, this distance was still very easy for the current Wang Mang. With that thought in mind, after finding the route, Wang Mang transformed into his huge body and soared into the night sky. It was worth mentioning that the heavens no longer continued to strike him. This caused Wang Mang to inwardly breathe a sigh of relief. If the heavens were to continue striking him, then Wang Mang really wanted to cry, but had no tears, because the heavens had been targeting him. That would indeed cause a lot of trouble for Wang Mang. In the blink of an eye, an hour had passed. At this moment, in a barren mountain forest, Wang Mang's huge body descended from the sky and flew at a low altitude at the same time. Moreover, Wang Mang was flying in the direction of the Kunlun Mountains. Soon, Wang Mang had already flown near the Kunlun Mountains. Because Wang Mang's current speed was really too fast. Compared to before, it was a completely different concept. It wasn't exaggeration to say that the difference was like heaven and earth. But when Wang Mang arrived near the Kunlun Mountains, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel his heart sink, because he actually felt the aura of 2 demon emperors nearby. He was very familiar with one of them. It was obviously the Tiger Emperor's aura. As for the other aura, Wang Mang felt that it was very unfamiliar. This unfamiliar demon emperor's aura, Wang Mang was sure. He definitely hadn't encountered it before. In addition, this unfamiliar demon emperor's aura was very powerful. In fact, Wang Mang felt that it wasn't weaker than the Tiger Emperor at all. In fact, it was even stronger. At the same time, Wang Mang had just gotten closer when he heard the Tiger Emperor's familiar voice. "Fellow Taoist, why are you here?" As soon as he finished speaking, Wang Mang saw the Tiger Emperor's huge body fly out from the depths of the cave abode like a gust of wind. The next moment, another brown and incomparably strong black bear rushed out of the cave. At the same time, after seeing this unfamiliar and strong black bear, Wang Mang also subconsciously used information detection. Then, this black bear's information immediately appeared. Target: Black Bear Emperor. Cultivation: 6,800 years. Level: Demon Emperor. Supernatural power. Achievement: 83rd on the global rankings. Threat level: extremely high. After reading this Black Bear Emperor's information, Wang Mang was really surprised. He didn't expect that he would know a Black Bear Demon King. Now, there was actually a Black Bear Emperor. Just as Wang Mang was sizing up this Black Bear Emperor, this Black Bear Emperor was also sizing up Wang Mang. The Tiger Emperor beside him was already shocked. He didn't expect that only a few days had passed. Wang Mang's strength had actually skyrocketed again. Damn, even if he used a cheat, it wouldn't be so fast. Moreover, Wang Mang's strength had changed too much this time. When Wang Mang fought with him last time, his strength was only a threat to him. But how long had it been now? He actually felt a fatal threat from Wang Mang's body. This was so shocking that the Tiger Emperor was completely speechless, because this fatal threat proved that Wang Mang definitely had the strength to kill him. Moreover, when he thought of Wang Mang coming to find him again, the Tiger Emperor couldn't help but feel a lingering fear, because he had a hunch that Wang Mang would definitely come to find him for revenge. Thinking of this, the Tiger Emperor couldn't help but feel shocked and angry. He didn't expect that Wang Mang would be so insidious that he would let bygones be bygones. But Wang Mang wanted to kill him first, and now he actually came to find him again. This was simply bullying the tiger too much. Chapter 252. At the same time, the Bear Emperor was also sizing up Wang Mang. He could feel a strong sense of threat from Wang Mang. This also made the Black Bear Emperor very surprised and puzzled. He did not expect that he had stayed in bear country for decades. In the end, a new monster emperor was born in the Red Empire. This was simply inconceivable to him. This was because it was too difficult for a monster emperor to be born. It was too difficult to become a monster emperor. It could be said that a monster emperor had to go through too many trials and tribulations. Moreover, to become a monster emperor, one also needed a huge amount of resources. For example, monster emperor level treasures of heaven and earth, or even higher level treasures of heaven and earth. However, all of these treasures of heaven and earth were basically taken by monster emperors or powerhouses. It could be said that to find a wild and ownerless monster emperor level treasure of heaven and earth was as difficult as ascending to the heavens. This also caused the number of monster emperors to be very low, even though the spirit chi of heaven and earth was gradually increasing. However, monster emperor level treasures of heaven and earth were still hard to find. As for higher level treasures of heaven and earth, they were even harder to find. Therefore, the Black Bear Emperor was very surprised to see Wang Mang, a new monster emperor. "Brother Bear Emperor, help me. If Benwang's guess is correct, this Python Emperor is here to kill me." At this time, the Tiger Emperor said in a gloomy tone. Hearing this, Wang Mang's heart sank, and he turned to look at the Bear Emperor. If he had the help of the Bear Emperor, it would be impossible for Wang Mang to kill the Tiger Emperor. At this point, Wang Mang also knew that he had to make a choice. First, he could choose to give up on the Tiger Emperor and find another monster emperor to kill. Second, he could think of a way to make the Bear Emperor stand by and do nothing. However, in Wang Mang's opinion, this Bear Emperor and the Tiger Emperor were clearly related. Therefore, Wang Mang knew that it was probably impossible to make the Bear Emperor stand by and do nothing. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was a little unwilling. Could it be that he had to leave with his tail between his legs? The problem was that they were dealing with two demon emperors, and they were old demon emperors from the year 6800, not new ones. If it was a new demon emperor like the Fox Demon Emperor, then even if there were 3 Wang Mang, he wouldn't be afraid. This was because there was a huge difference in strength between every demonic emperor and every demonic emperor. Although it was only a few hundred years of cultivation difference, the difference in strength was like heaven and earth. At this moment, the Bear Emperor slowly shook his head at the Tiger Emperor's request. Then, the Bear Emperor looked at Wang Mang and suddenly smiled. Fellow cultivator, it's better to squash enmity than keep it alive, especially now that the great change of heaven and earth seems to be getting closer and closer. Also, Ben Huang has a place of opportunity here. I wonder if you're interested? Wang Mang was stunned at first. Then he felt very speechless. He was here to kill the Demon Emperor. Why was she talking to him? But facing the enthusiastic Bear Emperor whom he had never met before. Wang Mang pondered for a moment, then nodded and said, "Bear Emperor, tell me about it." Hearing this, the Bear Emperor grinned and said, "It's like this. Originally, Ben Huang lived in Syro Nation all year round. This time, he returned to the Red Empire because he found a place of opportunity. However, in Syro Nation, these demon clans ostracized Ben Huang too much. They actually wanted to bully Ben Huang. Faced with the appearance of a place of opportunity, they actually wanted to shut Ben Huang out. Therefore, Ben Huang returned this time to find a few fellow cultivators to fight for this place of opportunity with Ben Huang. After listening to the Bear Emperor's words, only then did Wang Mang come to a realization. He finally knew why this guy was so enthusiastic. It turned out that he had a favor to ask. However, when he heard about the place of opportunity, Wang Mang was really interested. After all, for this so-called place of opportunity, Wang Mang had never seen it before. Moreover, if there were no benefits to be gained, the Bear Emperor would not go through the trouble of running back to the Red Empire to invite fellow cultivators to go together. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but ask, "Fellow cultivator, how many demon emperors do you want to invite?" Seeing that Wang Mang was interested, the Black Bear Emperor became even happier. "If fellow cultivator is willing to join, just find 2 more fellow cultivators." Ben Huang has decided to invite 2 demon emperors to invite the Stone Emperor and the Dog Emperor. After hearing the Bear Emperor's words, the Tiger Emperor immediately retorted, "Bear Emperor, wait. Ben Huang can understand why you invited the Stone Emperor, but why did you invite the Dog Emperor? The Dog Emperor, this fellow, Ben Huang, is ashamed to be with him. He specializes in doing things like stealing." As he spoke, the Tiger Emperor, even inadvertently, took a meaningful glance at Wang Mang. After seeing the Tiger Emperor's gaze, Wang Mang was instantly furious. He was indirectly scolding him for stealing. Although he had indeed stolen from the Tiger Emperor, would he admit it? That was obviously impossible. Because of this, Wang Mang's tone became cold. "Tiger Emperor, I see that you seem to have a lot of objections to Ben Huang. If you're not convinced, we can fight to the death." Hearing Wang Mang's fierce threat, the Tiger Emperor was even more furious. Since when did Wang Mang dare to speak to him like this? Even more than a month ago. Wang Mang didn't even dare to let out a fart in front of him. But now, he didn't take him seriously at all. The difference in attitude between before and after made the Tiger Emperor feel extremely uncomfortable. If not for the fact that Wang Mang's strength had already reached the Demon Emperor level, he would totally be able to talk to him. The Tiger Emperor would probably have already attacked Wang Mang by now. After staring coldly at Wang Mang, the Tiger Emperor didn't say anything else. If there was a chance to do it all over again. Back then, he said that he would kill Wang Mang no matter what. After all, he didn't expect that. The ant that he didn't care about back then. Now, he was already on equal footing with him. Moreover, he was even more daring to threaten him with his strength. However, the Tiger Emperor knew Wang Mang's strength very well. He knew that it was completely impossible for him to kill Wang Mang. Even if he joined forces with the Bear Emperor, it was still impossible. This was because the threat that Wang Mang gave him was too strong. Thinking of this, the Tiger Emperor felt extremely aggrieved. At this time, the Bear Emperor acted as a peacemaker and laughed straightforwardly. "Don't argue, friends. Dog Emperor and Stone Emperor. These two friends are convenient to teleport, and their strength is also very good. For the time being, there is no better choice than them. Hearing this, Wang Mang nodded and was about to speak. The system's voice sounded again, frowny-faced Ding. Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Reject the Bear Emperor's invitation and ignore the appearance of the Land of Opportunity. Mission time. Available upon selection. Mission reward. 100 million evolution points. Intermediate blind box X1. Mission 2. Accept the Bear Emperor's invitation and participate in the appearance of the Land of Opportunity. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 1 billion evolution points. Advanced blind box X1. Mission 3. Accept the Bear Emperor's invitation and participate in the appearance of the Land of Opportunity. Obtain at least 1 demonic emperor level treasure. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 1. 5 billion evolution points. Random lottery chance X1. Mission 4. Accept the demonic emperor's invitation and participate in the appearance of the Land of Opportunity. Obtain at least 3 demonic emperor level treasures. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 20 evolution points. Best quality blind box X1. Mission 5. Accept the demonic emperor's invitation and participate in the appearance of the Land of Opportunity. Obtain at least 3 demonic emperor level treasures and kill a demonic emperor outside of the Red Empire. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 2. 5 billion evolution points. Random lottery chance X1. Chapter 253. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was surprised. He did not expect that the system would give him another mission this time. Moreover, the system's mission this time was obviously encouraging him to participate. After all, out of the 5 choices, 4 of them required him to participate. This proved a problem. That was the so-called land of fortuitous encounters this time was indeed not baseless. With this thought, Wang Mang began to struggle with the choice of mission. Just the first mission alone, even if he rejected it, he would be able to get 100 million and an intermediate blind box. For the second mission, even if he joined in the fun, he would be able to get 1 billion evolution points and an advanced blind box. Just from a mission alone, this mission's reward was quite generous. Mission 3 won 5 billion evolution points, plus a lottery. The mission's difficulty was not high. Mission 4, 2 billion evolution points, plus a top-grade blind box. The mission's difficulty was not high. Mission 5, 2, 5 billion evolution points, 1 designated lottery chance. But it seemed that the mission was not high. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but feel happy. After hesitating for a while, Wang Mang had already made his decision. Actually, from the second mission to the 5th mission, the difficulty increased bit by bit. Moreover, the 5th mission did not seem to be difficult for Wang Mang. Wasn't it just getting 3 Demon Emperor level treasures and killing a Demon Emperor outside of the Red Empire? What was the difficulty for him? There was no difficulty at all. Moreover, he also wanted to kill a Demon Emperor. Maybe he could even complete 2 missions by killing a Demon Emperor outside of the Red Empire. Who knows? Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but become excited. Then, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose the 5th mission." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! The host's choice of mission was successful. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction. Among the 5 choices, only the 5th mission barely met his standards. After all, he was now a Demon Emperor. What was a Demon Emperor? It was a very powerful Demon Emperor, the Emperor of Demons. Now, normal missions were no longer worthy of Wang Mang's status. At this time, the Bear Emperor smiled and said, "Since the 2 of you have no objections, shall we set off now? After all, it's better to set off as soon as possible. I don't know when the land of opportunity in Syro Kingdom will appear in the near future. If we emperors go there earlier, we will be able to make a timely response. The native demon emperors of Syro country might even target us." After hearing the Black Bear Emperor's words, Wang Mang nodded indifferently. The Tiger Emperor had nothing else to say. The Bear Emperor then said, "Let's go." Just then, the Bear King took the lead. His body shot up into the sky and soared through the clouds. Seeing this, the Tiger Emperor did not want to be outdone. He threw a provocative glance at Wang Mang. Then, he unfurled his wings and chased after Wang Mang. Seeing this, Wang Mang couldn't help but sneer. His two pairs of fleshy wings expanded in the wind. Moreover, after Wang Mang flapped his wings, many trees were sent flying. Similarly, Wang Mang's speed was like a rocket. He was as fast as lightning. Even the Tiger Emperor in the sky was dumbfounded by this. F***CK. How did this scoundrel get so fast? When Wang Mang was being chased by him, he didn't even dare to fly in the sky, because, with Wang Mang's speed, if he flew in the sky, he would be courting death in the eyes of the Tiger Emperor. But Wang Mang's speed was too fast. He realized that Wang Mang didn't just cheat in terms of strength this time. F***CK. It seemed like even his speed was unbelievably fast. Just this speed alone was enough to leave him in the dust. But what made the Tiger Emperor even more furious was that when Wang Mang flew past him earlier, he deliberately hit him. He even deliberately bumped into him, almost knocking him into the air. Seeing Wang Mang's back view already far away, the Tiger Emperor was so angry that he was shaking all over. This was simply too arrogant. He didn't take him seriously at all. He was simply unforgiving. No, it should be said that he was a villain intoxicated by success. He had never seen such a shameless person. A dignified monster emperor actually knew how to play such disgusting tricks. However, when he thought about how Wang Mang had even used such a despicable method of splashing feces on him before, the Tiger Emperor, who had been infuriated, was also relieved. Of course, he was still furious. However, he had already made up his mind. Once he had the chance, he would definitely kill Wang Mang. This be Astra's start. For now, he would endure it and let the other party be smug for a while. With that thought, the furious Tiger Emperor felt much better. 2 days later, the Black Bear Emperor, the Tiger Emperor, and Wang Mang had just arrived at Shiguang Province. After arriving at Shiguang Province, Wang Mang and the rest found the Dog Emperor almost effortlessly. This was because the Dog Emperor had also sensed the aura of Wang Mang and the rest of the Monster Emperors. However, when the Dog Emperor saw Wang Mang, he was instantly furious. Damn it, this dog had simply betrayed his trust and expectations. Back then, he had even helped Wang Mang several times in Shiguang Province. But in the end, how did Wang Mang repay him? He destroyed his house. This was the truth that he only found out when he returned to his nest and caught the wild boar demon. After finding out the truth, the Dog Emperor went crazy. He couldn't wait to chop Wang Mang into pieces. However, he never expected that when he saw Wang Mang again, this shameless person's strength had already reached the level of a monster emperor. This simply shocked the Dog Emperor so much that his eyes almost widened. He felt that it was too unbelievable, because back then in Shiguang Province, Wang Mang's strength had just reached the level of a monster king. How could his strength increase so quickly? Even if he took drugs, he wouldn't dare to increase his strength so quickly. Damn it! Which monster emperor didn't work hard and experience countless tribulations and lightning tribulations before finally reaching the level of a monster emperor? However, he knew Wang Mang very well. When they first met, his strength was so weak that it was pitiful. He wasn't even worthy of licking his shoes. But now, he had actually reached the level of a monster emperor. However, the Dog Emperor soon thought of something. He had already guessed how Wang Mang's strength increased. This definitely had something to do with the Monster Emperor level treasures of the Monster Emperors. Thinking of this, the Dog Emperor snorted coldly, turned his head coldly, and said to the Tiger Emperor and the Bear Emperor, What are you doing here? Bear Emperor, didn't you go to Syro country? Why did you come back? Hearing this, the Bear Emperor explained everything. After hearing this, the Dog Emperor's eyes immediately lit up, and he said, "Okay, I'll join you." Seeing that the Dog Emperor had agreed, the Bear Emperor nodded satisfactorily and said, "Good, we'll go invite the Stone Emperor now, and then we can set off." Hearing this, the Dog Emperor nodded without any objections. Seeing this, the Tiger Emperor naturally didn't say anything. As for Wang Mang, he nodded awkwardly. Under the Dog Emperor's gaze, he felt a little guilty. However, thinking that he had only borrowed a few Monster Emperor level treasures of the Monster Emperor level, what was there to feel guilty about? Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart suddenly became clear, and the guilt he felt immediately disappeared. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was immediately filled with confidence. Even when facing the Dog Emperor's extremely unfriendly gaze, Wang Mang also pretended as if nothing had happened and nodded slightly. However, seeing Wang Mang's nonchalant expression, the Dog Emperor was instantly enraged. "Damn you, you stole so many Monster Emperor level treasures of the Monster Emperor level. Don't you feel ashamed?" Chapter 254. Following the Dog Emperor's exasperated scolding, the situation fell into a stalemate for a moment. The Bear Emperor looked at the Dog Emperor in shock. At the same time, he looked at Wang Mang in confusion. Of course, he could tell that the Dog Emperor was scolding Wang Mang. Moreover, to be able to anger the Dog Emperor to such an extent. To be honest, this was the first time he saw the Bear Emperor. At the same time, he also wanted to know, what did Wang Mang do to make the Dog Emperor so angry? In addition, not only was the Bear Emperor curious, but the Tiger Emperor was also stunned. This was the first time he saw someone who could anger the Dog Emperor to such an extent. This was because the Dog Emperor was already notorious among the Red Empire's monster clan. However, the Dog Emperor had never been at a disadvantage. He specialized in not doing human things and had offended the most monster emperors. It could be said that among the Red Empire's monster emperors, those who knew the Dog Emperor basically disliked the Dog Emperor. As for why the Dog Emperor was so annoying, naturally, it was because the Dog Emperor was very shameless and specialized in not doing human things. Any monster with a bit of strength basically knew how bad the Dog Emperor's reputation was. Moreover, from the Dog Emperor's tone, this Python Emperor didn't just steal his treasure of heaven and earth. Obviously, the Dog Emperor had also been stolen by the Python Emperor. Moreover, it had stolen 6 or 7 monster Emperor treasures of heaven and earth. After receiving this news, the Tiger Emperor was shocked. The Bear Emperor was also speechless. He realized that birds of feather flock together, and demons of flock. At the same time, after hearing the Dog Emperor's words, Wang Mang was also shocked. Seeing this, the Dog Emperor already knew. Thinking of this, Wang Mang immediately regretted. If he had known earlier, he would have killed the wild boar monster. This way, the Dog Emperor would definitely not know that he was the one who raided its home. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was also very helpless. At the same time, Wang Mang made his decision. The next time he did this kind of sneaky thing, he would definitely not leave anyone alive. After all, being discovered by the Dog Emperor had already given Wang Mang a deep warning. Of course, in the face of the Dog Emperor's exasperated pointing and roaring angrily, Wang Mang still had a blank look on his face as he asked in astonishment, "Dog Emperor, what did you say? When did I steal your Demon Emperor level natural treasure? Dog Emperor, we're so familiar with each other. Even if I steal from anyone, I would never steal from you. Besides, if I really did steal from you, why would I leave you alive? Aren't you just asking for trouble?" After hearing Wang Mang's words, the infuriated Dog Emperor couldn't help but be stunned. He thought about it carefully and realized that it made sense. If it was really Wang Mang who stole it, he wouldn't have left anyone alive, right? Moreover, with Wang Mang's strength, it would be easy for him to kill the wild boar demon, right? After thinking of this, the Dog Emperor became a little doubtful. Seeing that Wang Mang didn't seem to be lying. The Dog Emperor finally decided to believe Wang Mang. After all, he had seriously thought about it. If Wang Mang really did steal his natural treasures, he would definitely be killed. Then when he met him in the West Province, he definitely wouldn't be so calm. After thinking of this, the Dog Emperor nodded and said, "It seems that I've wronged you. Brother Python, not bad. Brother, I really didn't misjudge you. You've reached the Demon Emperor level so quickly." At this point, the Dog Emperor was a little emotional. He didn't expect Wang Mang to reach the Demon Emperor level in such a short period of time. But at this point, the Dog Emperor was even more puzzled. However, he couldn't say much. At this point, the Bear Emperor, the Dog Emperor, the Tiger Emperor, and the 4 emperors Wang Mang set off for the West Province. Another 3 days passed. The 4 emperors Wang Mang successfully invited the Stone Emperor. Only then did the 5 emperors set off for the Syro country. Syro country. Actually, it was far away from the Red Empire. It wasn't far. It could even be said that the Syro country and the Red Empire's territory were very close. Therefore, Wang Mang and the other demon emperors didn't spend much time on their journey. In about 2 days, they had already arrived at the Syro country. It was worth mentioning. The territory of the Syro country was really big. It was even bigger than the Red Empire. In addition, Wang Mang was a little helpless. The moment he arrived at the Syro country, he was completely blind. He could only rely on the map to barely identify his location. Fortunately, the Bear Emperor knew this place very well. The Bear Emperor led the way along the way. Moreover, the land of the Syro country was very vast, but there weren't many people. In addition, there were also many primitive forests, which were comparable to the Red Empire. However, Wang Mang still had some understanding of the Syro country. This country was once a war empire. It combined too many large and small countries. It formed the once most powerful empire, but it later collapsed. However, when he saw the map of the Syro country, Wang Mang almost cried out, "What the F***CK?" The densely packed names of the regions made Wang Mang dizzy from looking at them. Fortunately, he only needed to follow the main group now. Another 2 days passed. Under the lead of the Black Bear Emperor, a group of demon emperors, including Wang Mang, they arrived at a pitch-black primitive mountain range. This mountain range was desolate and uninhabited. At a glance, there were huge trees. At the same time, after entering this mountain range, Wang Mang could feel the aura of several powerful demon emperors. At this time, the Bear Emperor slowed down and turned around to remind them, "We're almost there, everyone, be careful." Hearing this, all the demon emperors, including Wang Mang, nodded one after another. Not long after passing through the primitive mountain range, Wang Mang and the other demon emperors saw a lake in front of them. The lake wasn't big, and it was probably just an ordinary lake. At that time, this lake seemed to be like a sinkhole. The water was so blue that it was black. There was only one possibility. That was this lake was too deep. The water was so deep that it was black. Moreover, the water was also very clear, as if there were no impurities. Other than that, on the opposite side of the lake, there were also 7 or 8 demon emperors with extremely powerful auras. Among the 7 demon emperors, there were also 2 bear demon emperors, a brown bear and a gray bear. Other than that, it was a giant elephant with a strong and healthy physique, and a black gorilla, a huge lizard, and finally a lion. The auras of these 7 members were all very powerful. None of them were new demon emperors. Judging from their auras, these guys had obviously been demon emperors for a long time. Moreover, these guys saw Wang Mang and the other demon emperors. They even expressed strong hostility. Their gazes were fierce and unfriendly. But at this moment, something unexpected happened. They saw that the Bear Emperor's team, the Dog Emperor and Wang Mang, left the team one after another. Seeing this scene, the demon emperors of the Sirav evil country were also stunned. Then, they all started to laugh wildly without any restraint. Get lost if you're afraid. Otherwise, don't blame us for taking action. Ben Huang hasn't even said anything yet, and he's already scared away 2 demon emperors. These demon emperors of the Red Empire also want to cooperate with us to fight for the opportunity. Chapter 255. You should scram. This place doesn't belong to you. Outsiders. That's right. Don't make us attack. This is our territory. Now that you only have 3 emperors left, how are you going to fight us? Facing the mockery of the seer of evil nations' monster emperors, the Black Bear Emperor's expression was extremely ugly. The Stone Emperor, who was the strongest among them, was even more furious. He looked coldly at the Black Bear Emperor, clearly waiting for the Black Bear Emperor's reply. F***CK. Why did Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor drop the ball at such a crucial moment? This caused him to feel baffled, and also inexplicably furious. After all, he, the Stone Emperor, believed that no monster emperor in the Red Empire was his match on land. However, he had just left the Red Empire and came to Seer of Evil Nation to fight for the fortuitous opportunity. But now he dropped the ball. Facing the Stone Emperor's cold gaze, the Black Bear Emperor said helplessly, "Stone Emperor, please don't be impatient. There's still some time before the fortuitous opportunity begins. The Dog Emperor already sent me a voice transmission earlier. He seemed to have something to do at the last minute. That's why the Dog Emperor left without my permission. He only said that he would definitely rush back as soon as possible." After hearing the Black Bear Emperor's words, the Stone Emperor's expression eased slightly. In this team, his strength was undoubtedly the strongest. Not to mention the Black Bear Emperor, even the Nanhua Old Deity had to give him some face. Therefore, his position in the team was definitely worthy of being called the boss. After hearing Ting En's explanation from the Black Bear Emperor, he was very unhappy, but also very helpless. He knew the Dog Emperor's personality very well. He probably wanted to do something secretly again. At this moment, the Tiger Emperor sneered and mocked. What else can he do? He left us here to be scolded. They're probably up to some dirty tricks again. The Tiger Emperor had to admit that he knew the Dog Emperor very well. In fact, he didn't only know the Dog Emperor, he also knew Wang Mang. Now that the two of them were together, it was impossible for them to do anything good. She probably wanted to do something shameful again. When the Stone Emperor heard this, he remained indifferent and didn't say anything in response to the mockery of the 7 demonic emperors. He chose to ignore it. It wasn't that he didn't want to fight. It was the Gorilla Emperor's strength that gave him too much pressure. If his guess was correct, this Gorilla Emperor should be the strongest existence on the other side. Therefore, no land of opportunity appeared in the world, or rather, a treasure that was worth his time. He would never make a move so easily. At the same time, the demon emperors of the Seer of Evil Nation, seeing the 3 goblin emperors of the Red Empire, they didn't say a word. They immediately became a little bewildered. Could it be that he had gone to call for more demon emperors? After thinking this way, they didn't say anything else and just stared coldly at the Black Bear Emperor and the other 2 emperors. At the same time, in a desolate primitive mountain range, in a forest, Wang Mang said unhappily to the Dog Emperor, "Brother, what did you call me out for? Brother, you finally became a demon emperor. You haven't had a chance to show off. Didn't you hear that these Seer of Evil Nations demon emperors spoke so harshly just now?" After hearing Wang Mang's ridicule, the Dog Emperor didn't care at all. Scolding them won't hurt or itch. Let them scold. This emperor has discovered a great business opportunity, a great opportunity. This is because I think highly of you. That's why I drag you along. Brother, I took care of you so much, and you're still blaming me? After hearing the Dog Emperor's words, Wang Mang's eyes lit up, and he quickly asked, "Brother, what big opportunity do you have that you want to bring me along to do it?" Hearing this, the Dog Emperor said proudly, "Didn't you notice that these Seer of Evil Nations demon emperors are gathered here? This explains a problem. That means their cave abodes must be empty. We can take advantage of this opportunity to enter and empty out their cave abodes of heavenly materials and earthly treasures." At this point, the Dog Emperor couldn't help but become excited. As for Wang Mang, after hearing the Dog Emperor's words, he was speechless. He didn't expect the Dog Emperor to have such a plan. He had thought that it would be a great opportunity. In the end, he was going to steal again. She even spoke to him in such a righteous manner. However, what the Dog Emperor said was true. Actually, it wasn't that Wang Mang hadn't thought about it. But what was helpless was that Wang Mang was not familiar with anyone in Silo Evil Nation. How would he know where these Demon Emperor's lairs were? He couldn't just try his luck and search everywhere, right? At that time, when the opportunity appeared, the gains wouldn't make up for the losses. Therefore, Wang Mang said grumpily, "Old bro, your idea is still very good. The problem is that we can't find their cave abodes either. If we can't find their cave abodes, how can we secretly borrow heavenly materials and earthly treasures? Could it be that you can find it?" Hearing this, the Dog Emperor shook his head and said, "Ben Huang, I don't know either." Without waiting for Wang Mang to speak, the Dog Emperor said proudly, "But Ben Huang has a way." After saying that, the Dog Emperor began to shake his body, as if he wanted to shake out lice. In the next moment, Wang Mang saw a little mouse with yellow fur shake out from the Dog Emperor's body. Then, the Dog Emperor asked the little mouse, "How is it? Have you memorized their aura?" The little yellow mouse hurriedly nodded and whispered, "Master, I've memorized it." Hearing this, the Dog Emperor nodded in satisfaction. Then, he raised his head and said proudly, "How is it? Since I called you here, I must have a way to find their cave abodes. Brother, don't underestimate this thing. This mouse is called the Earthly Treasure Mouse. Any heavenly material under the age of 9,000 years will not be able to escape its scent as long as it is nearby. In order to get this little thing, I, your elder brother, had to search high and low before I finally got my hands on this one. Even if you give me 10 Demon Emperor level heavenly materials and earthly treasures, I won't trade it for this." After hearing the Demon Emperor's explanation, Wang Mang was shocked. Holy shit, there's such a thing? This is too awesome. It can detect other people's aura and track their cave abodes. And it can even find heavenly materials and earthly treasures. This is a F*King living treasure hunting machine. Seeing Wang Mang's envious look, the Dog Emperor was even more proud. Then, he said in high spirits, "Brother, I'm good to you, right? Don't worry. For this treasure hunt, I'll give you 9 and you 1. I won't mistreat you." After hearing the Dog Emperor's words, Wang Mang was speechless. This Dog Emperor is really a dog. How could he agree to such a ratio? Therefore, Wang Mang said in a determined tone, 55. Why don't you go by yourself?" After hearing Wang Mang's words, the Dog Emperor was furious. F*CK, I asked you to help me. It's good enough that you can get a share. You want a 55 split? Why don't you go rob a bank? After saying that, the flustered and exasperated Dog Emperor was about to abandon Wang Mang and steal the treasures by himself. Seeing this, Wang Mang suddenly felt very helpless. He also knew that the Dog Emperor's words were completely correct. Since the Demon Emperor had put in the effort, it would be difficult for him to get half of the treasures. However, he was obviously unwilling to give up so many benefits. The 7 Demon Emperor level heavenly materials and earthly treasures were guaranteed to have at least 10 Demon Emperor level heavenly materials and earthly treasures. It was impossible for him to be indifferent, just as Wang Mang was conflicted about how to persuade the Dog Emperor. He seemed to have thought of something, and his eyes suddenly lit up. Then, Wang Mang looked at the Dog Emperor's back and threatened fiercely. "Dog Emperor, if you dare to abandon me and enjoy the benefits alone, I'll go tell them now that you're going to steal their cave abodes." Chapter 256. The Dog Emperor, who was about to leave. After hearing Wang Mang's vicious threat, his footsteps immediately stiffened. What replaced it was anger. How could there be such a shameless person? He was kind enough to pull him along to obtain the opportunity. Moreover, he had contributed to the work. But Wang Mang? He actually asked for half of it. If he didn't give it to him, he would even threaten him now. This was simply too much of a bully. The Dog Emperor turned his head and glared at Wang Mang angrily. Seeing that Wang Mang looked like he was about to go and complain, his body trembled. He was so angry that his entire body trembled. He wanted nothing more than to strangle Wang Mang to death. F***CK. If you dare to report me, Ben Huang will cut ties with you. Hearing the Dog Emperor's words, Wang Mang was still unmoved. He said fiercely, Dog Emperor, you forced me to do this. I'll ask you one more time. Either you bring me along and we split the benefits together, or neither of us will get any benefits. Hearing Wang Mang's determined look, the Dog Emperor felt a toothache. He wanted to give Wang Mang a hard bite or two, but he was afraid that if he took 2 bites, he would completely fall out with Wang Mang. After hesitating for a long time, the Dog Emperor said bitterly, I'll take 60%, you take 40%, no more. If you go with me, why should I give you the lion's share? You have to at least let me earn more. I'm the one who's bringing you along. Hearing that, Wang Mang didn't have any room for negotiation and refused. That's impossible. Either 55% or I'll report you. After being silent for a long time, the Dog Emperor gritted his teeth and said, Fine, fine. You're ruthless. After this cooperation, Ben Huang will definitely not have any contact with you anymore. Seeing the Dog Emperor's pained expression, Wang Mang didn't take it to heart. Although this fellow spoke fiercely, in reality, its relationship with the demon clan was worse than his own. Therefore, Wang Mang was not afraid that he would cut ties with him. Therefore, Wang Mang said in annoyance, Hurry up and leave after you're done with your threats. After snorting coldly twice, the Dog Emperor finally relented in an extremely displeased manner. After that, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor set off. This time, the earthly treasure rodent led the way. However, this little mouse's speed was not fast. Therefore, the earthly treasure rodent was in charge of pointing the way, and the Dog Emperor was in charge of leading the way. To be honest, Wang Mang had some thoughts about the earthly treasure rodent. However, Wang Mang knew that the Dog Emperor wouldn't give it to him. According to the Dog Emperor's tone, he might not even give it to him, even if it were 10 or 20 Demon Emperor-level treasures. As for those 10 or 20 Demon Emperor-level treasures, Wang Mang couldn't bear to give them out. Therefore, although Wang Mang was envious, he couldn't do anything about it, unless the Dog Emperor died. Sigh, forget it. The Dog Emperor treated me quite well. Unless, of course, he died by accident. Or maybe he killed himself. Otherwise, I definitely wouldn't do anything to him. Wang Mang sighed and muttered in his heart. A few hours later, near a mountain peak with beautiful scenery and winding, rugged mountains, the Dog Emperor and Wang Mang descended from the sky and began to search the mountain range. After searching for a while, the Dog Emperor said excitedly, Over here. After saying that, he immediately followed the earthly treasure rodent, who was running very fast. Under the lead of the earthly treasure rodent, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor came to a forest that looked like a paradise. Then, the earthly treasure rodent ran towards the foot of the mountain and soon went through a bush. Seeing this, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor naturally followed. However, when they passed through the bush, they were speechless. This was because the cave was located behind a bush. It was very similar to the cave that Wang Mang built back then. Moreover, after entering the cave, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor could smell the spiritual aura of treasures in the depths of the cave. This made Wang Mang a little excited. He started to run towards the depths of the cave with the Dog Emperor. After reaching the depths of the cave, Wang Mang saw it. In the depths of the cave, there were 4 Demon Emperor-level treasures planted. In addition, there were many great Demon King-level treasures. It could be said that the scene in this Demon Emperor cave, it was almost the same as Wang Mang's Dog Emperor. However, in terms of Demon Emperor-level treasures, compared to the Dog Emperor, they were a little lacking. After seeing these Demon Emperor-level treasures, the Dog Emperor was so excited that he wanted to start. Wang Mang immediately stopped him and said, Dog Emperor, don't be in such a hurry. Let me choose first. Hearing Wang Mang's words, the Dog Emperor was immediately unhappy. F***CK. You didn't do anything, and you just followed us. You still want to choose first? It's already good enough that I can give you half. I'll choose first. After saying that, the Dog Emperor prepared to choose another demon emperor-level treasure. Seeing this, Wang Mang was naturally unwilling to do anything. At the same time, Wang Mang also used information detection. The information of these 4 treasures appeared in front of him. Target: Black Dragon Bloodgrass. Cultivation: 6,800 years. Rank: Demon Emperor-level treasure. Shape: similar to grass and trees, lotus-like heart, leaves with blood patterns. Value: 70 million evolution points. Target: Blue Water Blue Flower. Cultivation: 6,300 years. Rank: Demon Emperor-level treasure. Shape: like an orchid, leaves like jadeite and translucent jasper. Value: 40 million evolution points. Target: Heavenly Fragrance Cardamom. Cultivation: 6,500 years. Rank: Demon Emperor-level treasure. Shape: like a garlic, flower core like a soybean. Value: 55 million evolution points. Target: Bright Moon White Sprout. Cultivation experience: 7,000 years of cultivation experience. Rank: Demon Emperor-level treasure. Shape: similar to a white rose, flower core like the moon, fragrance wafting 10 miles. Value: 300 million evolution points. After looking at the 4 Demon Emperor-level treasures, Wang Mang immediately saw through it. He had to choose which 2 treasures. This was because Wang Mang had also noticed. They were 6,000 years old Demon Emperor-level treasures, compared to a 7,000 years old Demon Emperor-level treasure. The difference was simply 10 times. After all, the difference between a 6,000 years old Demon Emperor-level treasure was like heaven and earth. Thus, Wang Mang immediately took the initiative to take the Bright Moon White Sprout and Black Dragon Bloodgrass. When he saw Wang Mang take the 2 Demon Emperor-level treasures with the highest cultivation, the Dog Emperor's face immediately sank. Take out. Don't be too much of a dog. Otherwise, we'll go our separate ways. Hearing this, Wang Mang immediately said with a helpless tone, Dog Emperor, old bro, we agreed on a 50-50 split. This time I'll pick first. Next time, you can pick first. Moreover, I'll give these great Demon Emperor-level treasures to you, old bro. Is this okay? After hearing Wang Mang's words, the Dog Emperor felt a lot better. His anger was also not as big as before. He could only pray that the next cave would not disappoint him. At the same time, the Dog Emperor also realized that he hated Wang Mang more and more. This guy was so shameless that it made his teeth itch. Seeing that the Dog Emperor was still in a bad mood, Wang Mang immediately smiled and comforted him. Dog Emperor, old bro, I'll definitely let you pick first in the next cave. Old bro, you're a demon emperor. You still don't believe in my reputation? Chapter 257. After hearing Wang Mang's words, the Dog Emperor sneered. Trust my ass. Do you think I don't know that you stole the Tiger Emperor's treasure of heaven and earth? You killed the subordinate I sent to steal the Tiger Emperor's treasure of heaven and earth, right? After hearing the Dog Emperor's words, Wang Mang was secretly shocked. It seemed like the Dog Emperor had communicated with the Tiger Emperor a lot when they were on their way here. Wang Mang felt very helpless. However, he still wouldn't admit it. Therefore, Wang Mang asked in confusion, Dog Emperor, what are you talking about? How could I have done something like that? The Tiger Emperor is trying to sow discord between us. Besides, how could there be such a coincidence? I couldn't have followed you, Dog Emperor, right? Otherwise, Dog Emperor, you would have discovered me long ago. Seeing that Wang Mang didn't seem to be lying, the Dog Emperor snorted. That better be the case. After saying that, the Dog Emperor opened his mouth and sucked all the treasure of heaven and earth into his stomach. Seeing this, Wang Mang was very surprised. Damn it, the Dog Emperor also hid all the treasure of heaven and earth in his stomach. The Dog Emperor was the same. Could it be that they both had something hidden in their stomachs? Thinking of this, Wang Mang was very confused. However, he didn't ask any more questions. After dividing up the treasure of heaven and earth in the cave, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor set off again. 5 hours later, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor arrived at the second demonic beast emperor's cave. After entering the cave, Wang Mang almost couldn't hold back his laughter, because this cave only had two demonic beast emperor treasures of heaven and earth. Moreover, the demonic beast emperor treasures of heaven and earth were of the same level. These two demon emperor level treasures of heaven and earth were both 6,300 years old. Seeing this, Wang Mang said very generously, "Brother Shifter Emperor, you can choose first. We have always been particular about trust." Hearing this, the Dog Emperor trembled in anger. He gritted his teeth and said, "I don't believe that your luck will be better than mine every time." After saying that, the Fluster Dog Emperor randomly picked a demon royal grade treasure of heaven and earth and prepared to take the king grade treasure of heaven and earth. Seeing this, Wang Mang hurriedly stopped him again. "Dog Emperor, last time I picked first. All the greater fiend king-level natural treasures are yours. You get to pick first this time, so they should all be mine." Unfortunately, the Dog Emperor remained unmoved. He continued to plunder half of the great demon king-level treasures. Seeing this, Wang Mang did not mind at all. He only said in a pained tone, "Dog Emperor, you've earned a lot this time." Facing Wang Mang's flattery, the Dog Emperor only wanted to spit on Wang Mang's face. It was 2F** king infuriating. "Let's go. We'll divide the next cave equally. You pick one first, and I'll pick another. Let's do it this way. For the next cave, I'll pick one first, and you'll pick another." The black dog's tone was gloomy as it gritted its teeth angrily. Hearing this, Wang Mang immediately laughed and said, "Sure, we'll do it according to Dog Emperor's method." He could already tell that the Dog Emperor was the kind of person who could not bear to be wronged. Now that he was at a disadvantage, he would definitely be unhappy. Wang Mang might as well go along with him. After all, Wang Mang did get more benefits than the Dog Emperor. This guy must be very unhappy and unhappy. Soon, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor set off again. Another 5 hours passed. Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor were led by the earthly treasure rodent. They arrived at the third Demon Emperor cave. However, the third Demon Emperor cave's harvest. Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor were very satisfied. There were still 4 Demon Emperor level heavenly materials and earthly treasures in the cave. Moreover, the 4 Demon Emperor level treasures were all about the same age. Therefore, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor did not have much to pick. After happily splitting the loot, they set off again. One day later, at this moment, in a barren desert, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor finally found the 4th cave. However, when they entered this cave, the Demon Emperor level treasures inside. Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor were shocked. There were a total of 6 Demon Emperor level treasures inside. The Dog Emperor could not help but exclaim, "F***CK, are all the Demon Emperors of Sirav evil nations so rich?" Hearing that, Wang Mang could not help but nod in surprise. To be honest, he did not expect the Demon Emperors of Sirav evil nation to be so rich. From the looks of it, their harvest this time was probably no less than 15 Demon Emperor level treasures of heaven and earth. At this moment, the Dog Emperor could not wait to pick one of them. He said to Wang Mang, "I'm done. You pick." Hearing that, Wang Mang did not hesitate and began to pick the Demon Emperor level treasures. The Dog Emperor was so straightforward, mainly because the difference in cultivation level was not big. Among the 6 Demon Emperor level treasures, 2 of them had higher cultivation level, but the difference was not big. The other 4 were the same. Soon, the 2 sides successfully split the loot again. After that, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor set off again. It could be said that they were extremely diligent when it came to patronizing the Demon Emperor's cave. They spent a total of 3 days. Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor ran all over the famous mountains, crossed rivers and mountains, and successfully patronized the 7 Demon Emperor's cave abodes. Their harvest was also extremely bountiful. Take Wang Mang, for example. His personal harvest had reached 9 Demon Emperor level heavenly treasures. As for the Dog Emperor, it was the same. The two of them could be said to have returned from a rewarding journey. At this moment, after visiting the last cave abode, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor were extremely satisfied. Then, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor looked at each other. The Dog Emperor was the first to speak with a smile. "We'll gather here later. Ben Wang will go and digest these treasures first." Hearing this, Wang Mang immediately laughed happily and said, "All right, Dog Emperor, I'll go and digest them too. In the future, if there are such good things, Dog Emperor, you'll have to take care of me." Hearing this, the Dog Emperor was in high spirits and said proudly, "Sure, sure." Obviously, the Dog Emperor was in a good mood at this moment. That was why he was so easy to talk to. After exchanging a few pleasantries, the two sides parted ways. They prepared to leave and find a place to digest these Demon Emperor level treasures. 2 hours later, only then did Wang Mang successfully find a hidden cave. Then, Wang Mang couldn't wait to enter the cave. After entering the cave, Wang Mang couldn't wait to digest these Demon Emperor level treasures, because he felt that it was very likely that his accumulation would skyrocket once again. In fact, it might even be possible for him to evolve again. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood and took out all the Demon Emperor level treasures that he had obtained this time. Then, Wang Mang threw these Demon Emperor level treasures one by one into the bloody mouth. At the same time, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced. "Ding. Congratulations, host." Chapter 258. Soon after, the system's voice resounded. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 6,300-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 45 million evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 6,200-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 40 million evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 6,500-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 50 million evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 6,800-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 70 million evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 6,600-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 60 million evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 6,100-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 35 million evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 6,200-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 40 million evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 7,000-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 300 million evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured a 7,100-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. Obtained 400 million evolution points." After the system's voice completely ended, Wang Mang could not help but burst with joy. He never thought that the harvest this time would be so bountiful. 9 different Demon Emperor heavenly treasures had brought him 1.03 billion evolution points. This was simply a great harvest. This was especially true for Demon Emperor level heavenly materials and earthly treasures that were 7,000 years old. It was simply not something a 6,000-year-old Demon Emperor heavenly treasure could compare to. Just thinking about it, Wang Mang could not help but sigh. If all of these heavenly treasures were at the 7,000-year level, Wang Mang felt that he was not far from evolving again. Of course, this time, he had obtained a Demon Emperor heavenly treasure. He still managed to gain quite a bit of profit, because if the profits this time were to be added up, Wang Mang completed 2 more quests from the system. He could definitely evolve again. That's right. On this trip to a foreign country, it was indeed a stroke of good fortune. To tell the truth, these demon emperors of Silo Evil Nation were simply too rich. Thinking of this, Wang Mang looked forward even more to the appearance of the land of opportunity. What kind of good stuff would appear? Just thinking about it, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel happy. In a good mood, Wang Mang left the cave. After that, Wang Mang arrived at the place where he had agreed to meet the Dog Emperor. However, when the Dog Emperor appeared, Wang Mang could clearly feel that his aura had become much stronger. This caused Wang Mang to be inwardly shocked. Did this dog become stronger again? Thinking of this, Wang Mang quietly used information detection. In the next moment, the Dog Emperor's information appeared before his eyes. Target: Dog Emperor Cultivation Experience, 700 years level. Demon Emperor level achievement. Global Powerhouse ranking, 86 Teach threat level. Extremely high. After reading this dog's information, Wang Mang was extremely shocked. CK, this dog is really something. How long has it been? This dog's cultivation experience has increased by 200 years. Moreover, his strength ranking had also increased a little. He remembered that this Dog Emperor's strength seemed to be 89th on the Global Powerhouse ranking. Now that he had reached 86th, he was only one spot away from Wang Mang. Thinking of this, Wang Mang suddenly felt a sense of urgency. It seemed that he had to work harder. Otherwise, his ranking might be overtaken. After all, he was a rising star back then, directly surpassing most of the older generation demon emperors. If he was still overtaken, how embarrassing would that be? Fortunately, the only thing that made Wang Mang relent was that he was still firmly above the Dog Emperor. At this moment, seeing Wang Mang's slightly shocked expression, the Dog Emperor said proudly, "How is it? Can you feel Ben Wang's powerful aura?" Hearing this, Wang Mang smiled and flattered. "Dog Emperor, you're really amazing. Let's go." Dog Emperor, don't let the Bear Emperor and the others wait for too long. Hearing this, the high-spirited Dog Emperor raised his head and said, "Let's go. There must be great treasures in this land of opportunity." My little treasure, the earthly treasure rodent told me that there's something incredible under the Jade Lake. Hearing this, Wang Mang was secretly relieved. It was indeed so. If he did not come this time, he would have missed another great opportunity. Thinking of this, Wang Mang decided that he would try his best to participate in any land of opportunity in the future. After all, every time he missed an opportunity, it meant that his strength was one step behind the other demon emperors. A day later, Wang Mang and the Dog Emperor once again arrived at the original lake. Seeing that the group of demon emperors was still waiting, Wang Mang immediately knew this so-called opportunity had yet to appear in the world. Otherwise, these demon emperors would not be able to sit still. But what made Wang Mang extremely curious was, how did they know that this lake had an opportunity? Because, apart from the fact that this lake was bottomless, the only special thing was, the spiritual energy emitted by this lake was higher than anywhere else. This was also the reason why Wang Mang believed that this lake should have an opportunity, because the spiritual energy contained in this lake was indeed strangely high. It was even denser than the Kunlun Mountains. Then this could prove that this lake was not simple. However, in order to find out how long they had to wait, Wang Mang asked the Bear Emperor, "Fellow cultivator, when will this opportunity appear?" Hearing this, the Bear Emperor shook his head and said, "I don't know. The last time it appeared was 300 years ago. It is said that this lake will have an abnormality every 300 years. Then, treasures of heaven and earth will fly out of the water." Hearing this, Wang Mang came to a realization. No wonder these guys were so patient. It turned out that treasures of heaven and earth would fly out. Just as Wang Mang was sighing, Wang Mang suddenly saw the unfathomably deep lake in the distance begin to boil violently. The next moment, Wang Mang immediately saw it. The demon emperors of the Siro evil kingdom by the lake were all shocked and quickly surrounded the lake. At the same time, the Bear Emperor's voice sounded, "Pay attention. It's very likely that treasures are going to appear." As he spoke, the Bear Emperor had already quickly moved closer to the Tide River Lake. Seeing this scene, the Stone Emperor, the Tiger Emperor, the Dog Emperor, and even Wang Mang all moved closer to the lake. For a moment, the gazes of the demon emperors were fixed on the lake in front of them. They saw that the center of the lake began to boil violently, as if it was boiling water. Moreover, this boiling water began to spread to the entire lake. In almost a moment, the entire lake would boil violently. In the next moment, Wang Mang saw more than 10 types of demon emperor level treasures suddenly shoot out from the center of the lake. A rich medicinal fragrance instantly filled a radius of 100 miles. Seeing this scene, the eyes of the demon emperors turned red. Chapter 259. It could be said that all the demon emperors present were stunned when they saw this scene. At the same time, all the monster emperors present started to get jealous. They didn't expect more than 10 monster emperor-level treasures of heaven and earth to be shot out in the first wave of the lake. There were about 15 monster emperor-level treasures of heaven and earth. Among them, 3 monster emperor-level treasures of heaven and earth had a much stronger medicinal fragrance than the others. According to Wang Mang's guess, the 3 monster emperor-level treasures of heaven and earth with the strongest medicinal fragrance were likely to be 7,000 years old. Moreover, after the monster emperor-level treasures of heaven and earth appeared, they all started to run in different directions. At this time, the monster emperors couldn't sit still anymore and rushed to the sky. Among them, the Stone Emperor and the Gorilla Emperor of the Serene Nation respectively chased after a 7,000-year-old monster emperor-level treasure of heaven and earth. The rest of the monster emperors also started to chase after the monster emperor-level treasures of heaven and earth. In an instant, the monster emperors were fighting over the monster emperor-level treasures of heaven and earth in a mess. All kinds of angry curses were heard. "Get lost! How dare you compete with Ben Huang for treasures? Bastard! How dare you snatch something from Ben Huang? You're courting death. You don't know what's good for you, get lost." At the same time, Wang Mang also rushed towards the remaining 7,000-year-old monster emperor-level treasure of heaven and earth. However, Wang Mang wasn't the only monster emperor who had their eyes on this 7,000-year-old monster emperor-level treasure of heaven and earth. Among them, the Brown Bear Emperor of the Serene Nation and the Black Bear Emperor of Wang Mang's side were also rushing towards this side. Obviously, the Stone Emperor and the Gorilla Emperor were the strongest, so the monster emperors of both sides didn't compete with them. However, the remaining 7,000-year-old demon emperor-level treasure of heaven and earth naturally had a lot of people at the top. Originally, the Dog Emperor and the Tiger Emperor also wanted to compete for it. However, seeing so many people already competing for it, they had no choice but to give up. Get lost. At this time, they saw that Wang Mang was already very close to the 7,000-year-old monster emperor-level treasure of heaven and earth. The Brown Bear Emperor of the Serene Nation was instantly enraged and shouted loudly. At the same time, he opened his hand and waved his hand. He formed Stone Divine Power and smashed it towards Wang Mang. "You're the one who should get lost." Wang Mang was infuriated. He opened his bloody mouth and spat out lava. The terrifyingly hot red magma in his mouth instantly pierced through the flying boulder and shot toward the Brown Bear Emperor. Brown Bear Emperor's Monster Emperor of Heaven and Earth Dragon Emperor Level Dragon of Heaven and Earth and Earth of Heaven. Monster Emperor of Heaven's Emperor Level Monster Level Heaven and Earth of Heaven and Earths of Heaven Est. Of Heaven and Earth of Heaven and Earth Heaven. S Monster Emperor of Heaven and Earths of Heaven of Earth of Heaven and Earth. It only took a few minutes. The first wave of heaven and earth treasures had been divided up. All the monster emperors present were in a good mood. Only the Brown Bear Emperor, who was competing with Wang Mang for the 7,000-year-old emperor-level heaven and earth treasure of heaven and earth, didn't look too good. Because he was too slow, he lost the chance to compete with Wang Mang and could only choose another target. Therefore, he only obtained a 6,200-year-old emperor-level heaven and earth treasure of heaven and earth. Facing the brown bear emperor's unfriendly gaze, Wang Mang couldn't help but sneer and ignore it. Apart from the strongest stone emperor and the gorilla emperor of the Seraph nation, Wang Mang was afraid of. As for the rest of the monster emperors, Wang Mang wasn't afraid of them. That was because only the Stone Emperor and the Gorilla Emperor had reached the level of 7,000 years. Other than them, the rest of the Monster Emperors were only at the 6,000-year level. But among the Monster Emperors at the 6,000-year level, Wang Mang wasn't afraid at all. For example, the Tiger Emperor's cultivation had reached 6,800 years. But would Wang Mang be afraid? What was there to be afraid of? He even wanted to kill the Tiger Emperor. Therefore, a 6,000-year monster emperor wasn't a threat to Wang Mang. Seeing Wang Mang sneering at him, the brown bear emperor was even more furious. However, he didn't act on impulse with Wang Mang at this time. This was because this was only the beginning of the fortuitous encounter. When the time came, it wouldn't be too late to slowly make a move. Thinking of this, the black bear emperor suppressed his anger and looked coldly at Wang Mang. Only then did he look at the lake. Furthermore, at this moment, the bottomless lake was still boiling. Scorching white steam was even emitting from it. It was like a pure natural hot spring. However, this lake was too deep, so deep that it was black. Even Wang Mang didn't know how deep it was. However, Wang Mang had seen such a body of water in the deep sea before. It was very deep. As for why they didn't choose to enter the lake, although Wang Mang was also curious, he didn't act rashly, because if they could really enter the lake, these monster emperors would have already entered. If they didn't enter the lake, it meant that there were unknown risks in the lake. At this moment, more than 10 heavenly materials and earthly treasures shot out from the lake again. Moreover, what made all the monster emperors excited was that more than 10 heavenly materials and earthly treasures shot out this time. They were all 7,000-year emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures. This simply shocked Wang Mang. Damn it, how many heavenly materials and earthly treasures were there in this lake? More than 10 emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures shot out earlier. Now, there were more than 10 emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures. Moreover, all of them were 7,000-year emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures. In addition, the emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures that appeared this time were getting more and more powerful. Then, would there be even more terrifying and better heavenly materials and earthly treasures appearing next? Thinking of this, Wang Mang became excited. At the same time, the group of monster emperors had already rushed up. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang also did not want to be outdone. He flapped his wings and soared into the sky. Not only that, Wang Mang also quickly grabbed a 7,000-year-old emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures. After taking this 7,000-year-old heavenly materials and earthly treasures, Wang Mang immediately looked at the other emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures. But the problem was that there were only 13 7,000-year-old heavenly materials and earthly treasures. But there were 12 monster emperors present who wanted to obtain the 7,000-year-old emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures. They could only snatch them from the other monster emperors. But the problem was that even if Wang Mang tried to snatch them, he wouldn't be able to get them in a short time. Therefore, Wang Mang temporarily put aside this idea, because Wang Mang also planned to wait until the end of the opportunity to see if he could find an opportunity to make a move on the other monster emperors. But at this moment, an earth-shattering loud sound came from the lake. All the monster emperors, including Wang Mang, looked sideways. In the next instant, Wang Mang saw a scene that left him incomparably shocked. He saw a 2-meter-long white flower appear on the surface of the lake. Its appearance was very similar to a lotus, but its medicinal fragrance was extremely terrifying, causing the spiritual chi in the nearby air to begin to soar by several times. It was as if the 7,000-year-old emperor-level heavenly materials and earthly treasures were completely overshadowed in front of it. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.